Yeah, he's opened the innings as a bowler for the 6th time now. So he's done it in the past, 73 wickets as the leading wicket taker for his team. 8 times, more than 3 wickets haul in this format. And it's nice to see him back. He looked very confident when he was speaking at the toss with Murali Karthik. He said he's 100% fit and he can make a big difference.
#1 ranked all-round in tests and 50 overs. #2 in T20s. Good start. There's 3 dot balls. The field as well. Well set. Got 2 fielders on the leg side. Very front on the boundary.
Yeah, good evening, Sanjay. Good evening, Arthur. Good evening, everyone. Bit of hesitation. The first runs on the board. Yes, it's a different start altogether, which Shakib Al Hassan bowling. He's getting the ball to swing a little bit. It's more the armors that he's using at this stage. Sri Lanka got to keep in mind they can take some time to play themselves in.
If you look at the field, even for the right-hand, it gives you a clue. There's the left-arm spinner bowling, but the 2 fielders deep are on the leg side. So he'll once again try and get the ball to come back in. He's got to be careful, Salman, is not to look to play too much on the offside because the ball will be angling back in. If he plays with the angle on the leg side, it'll be safer. Long gone and deep square leg. The 2 fielders outside the circle. A ring of fielders on the offside. There you go, that's a wide.
Yeah, got himself injured on the 27th of January when he was playing the ODIs of Bangladesh against. He's taped up that little finger. 47 days. He missed 2 Test and 5 T20s in between, but he's come back strongly and he's looking good. Not afraid to flight the ball, and what a over this is turning out to be from Shakib Al Hassan after his comeback from that injury. Just the 2 runs so far in this over.
Quick run has to be directed. Would have been close. And in the end, just the 1 run. 3 runs from that first over. Great start for Bangladesh.
Well, there's plenty of pace here. Rubel, standout fast bowler of the tournament.
Yeah, he appears on the screen the moment he said pace taken out of the mat, but he'll ensure that there is some pace. I guess you're looking at 2 extremes. Somewhere in the middle, you struggle in T20 cricket.
I like this field. Very different. Square leg, fine leg. 4 fielders behind square on the offside for Rubel. Very interesting field.
No third man. Yeah, that's the line he's expected to bowl in the stumps. This is how Shakib goes about his business. Is he very unorthodox in field placements?
Well, he can surprise you with the mindset that he shows in the field. He's been proactive and he will do something different. That's what he has done so far in the past. He's having a little bit of word with Rubel Hussain, but certainly very unorthodox start when you think about how he has set his field. But it's also important for Rubel Hussain to bowl to that field.
And at this stage, if you can't back him to bowl to that stage, there won't be any other stage. Because the 3 games we've seen him, he's been outstanding. Bouncer, Yorker. The way he's mixed it up, he's been simply outstanding with whatever he's done.
Yeah, he's been the pick of the bowler for Bangladesh. That's the reason why Shakib doesn't feel that he can bowl up the order, right? Take the new ball from the other end and think of picking up wickets. He's also been among the wickets.
Good start, good line, good pace as well. It's going to be a run anyway. Oh, they're coming back for the second. Wrong end. Yeah, the batsman's made it. I think the umpire is just trying to be safe here.
Tamim was very good in the deep. He went to the bowlers.
Tim, there's a referral for a run out. Can you give me your best shot, please? Ball is in the hand. Batsman's made his ground. Yep. Tim, you can load. Not out, not out, not out.
Wasted a few minutes, few seconds.
Pressure of the big game. Better to be extremely safe than sorry.
But great awareness actually, because Mushfiqur Rahim didn't get to the stumps. That's what prompted Danushka Gunatilaka to run back.
Should never have been the second run around because there was a bit of a misfield. Should have been stopped inside the circle. The moment it went past the fielder, then the fielder realized that yes, they might be going for the second run.
Slips come off. It's gone to mid-on. Good running. Dead defensive bat on the offside. It's Gunatilaka's single.
Now that's a great way of playing yourself in. No dot balls, just keep rotating the strike. Gunatilaka and Mendes at the top. Sri Lanka's KP at 3. Everyone will be looking forward to seeing him play. Then it's Taranga, Dasun Shanaka, Tisar Pereira as all-rounders. Jeevan Mendes as well. Oponsu, Isuru Udana, they're the two new faces.
The last ball, the slip was taken off against Gunatilaka. But with Kushal Mendes back on strike, the slips come in. Feel very much like it was right at the start of the over. Two fielders deep on the leg side. Yeah, that's where he wants to go. When you look at that ring, very rarely you see this kind of a field with the new ball. It's a very interesting field. There's no third man. You either see a third man or a deep point, but everybody on the offside is inside the circle.
And you can understand why Kusal was trying to give himself some room to try and go offside-ish. Rubel up to the challenge. That fielder at extra cover, he's also square of the wicket. So that's basically 5 fielders square.
Oh, it still sails over the fielder. That's the kind of hitting form that he is in, because this is a miss hit. There's still enough power for it to take it over the fielder there at mid-on.
I thought mid-on was getting this. Even Kusal had given up. Kusal Mendes had taken a couple of steps towards the dressing room.
Yeah, he did not get it from the middle part of the bat, but got enough bat to ensure that goes over the fielder at mid-on. Mahmudullah Riyad, the fielder. Pace versus spin. Very expensive. If you look at the runs per over for pace, more than 9 runs in an over compared to the spinners.
Let's see the timing on this one. Quite a long boundary there, and it goes all the way. Timing, it was all about timing on that occasion. 12 runs from that over, 2 overs gone, it's 15 for no wicket. Second over for Shakib. This has gone up, there's a fielder getting under it. This could be out. Yes, taken. It's a good catch, he's made it look easy. I think it's Sabir Rahman there.
It is an excellent catch. They cannot believe it. And Shakib Al Hasan, you little beauty. And only in second over, the batsman just getting the toe end of the bat, and it's a very well judged catch from Shabir Rahman, who was fielding at long on, had to come to long off to pick up that catch. Way to go for Shakib and Shabir Rahman. They needed an early wicket, and Shakib produced the goods. He goes for 4. Sri Lanka 15 for 1.
Shakib will continue. Single down to long on, so Shakib arrives in Sri Lanka, gets into the team, captains the team, bowls the first ball of the match, gets the first wicket of the match.
Incredible. Absolutely brilliant. He also becomes the highest wicket taker versus Sri Lanka for Bangladesh. Now he's got 10 wickets. He just crossed Mashrafi Murtaza and Mustafiz Rahman. Good catch. Really good catch. I thought there could have been a little bit of collusion because Tamim Iqbal was going back, but really judged to perfection, Shabir Rahman.
He always wanted it. He was never dropping it. He kept running and running and running. Made it look so simple.
Makes a good point, Athar, because very often we see an over-eager fielder getting close to the guy who's catching it in a good position. Saw that twice with India in South Africa. If Tamim had got closer to Shabir Rahman, he would have been a little distracted. Nice shot. Wonderfully timed. This is the other Kusal.
Slightly short. Short hand jab from Kusal Pereira. Flies to extra cover. Yeah, it's the two Kusals together. It's not the two Ronnies. It's two Kusals. Goes away with the arm. Enough width.
Yeah, what a start for Kusal Pereira. First delivery, what a way to open up his account. Wide, went away from the left-hander, put away in style.
Yeah, that was on the cards because the fielder on the leg side had moved a little finer. Shakib clearly in the second over is also trying to attack the stumps and not keep it predictably outside the off stump.
This is the partnership. Sri Lanka one batsman short. Dinesh Chandimal suspended. They've actually brought in a bowler instead of Chandimal. Jeevan Mendis will be at 7. Against India in the last game, they kept going hard, and the feeling was that they were aiming too high. You should expect more controlled batting from the Sri Lankans today.
Goes quick. Last ball of the over. A real quick delivery. 6 runs from the over. 21 for 1.
Yeah, the last time when this pair batted, they had 85 against Bangladesh and ensured that scored 214. So this pair is important for Sri Lanka to ensure that they put up a really good partnership. Mustafizur Rahman back into the attack. Left armer, he's at times bowled a little bit too short. That's what we've discussed earlier on, but we'll have to wait and see whether he'll adjust his line and length, especially on a surface which is looking that it'll help the spinners. Maybe perhaps he'll be thinking of bowling those cutters that he had started when he started his career.
More than the cutters, the length. I'd like to see him get the batsman forward, get the batsman pushing and driving. That's how he got his wickets. Just been too much like the South African bowlers, hitting the deck. Not his style. Doesn't suit him. There again. Get a run. It's off the glove, so the batsman will get time. Direct hit. I don't think the fielders, the umpires, are also interested. So the running has been very urgent. Now Kusal Mendis, you've got to be careful with the kind of line that he bowled to him. Let's have a look at this. He was almost halfway down the pitch, wasn't he? Kusal Mendis. He is a very strong onside player, Kusal Mendis. Loves to even get balls outside the off stump onto the leg side. Safely made run.
Important for Bangladesh fielders to ensure, especially Tamim Iqbal, that when the ball is hit and it's inside the circle, then the single should never be taken.
Yeah, this is what we're talking about. All those yellow balls that you see are scored on leg side, and a lot of those balls outside the off stump. The high ones are obviously pull shots played, but a lot of balls low in height are actually length balls, a full length ball that is scarfed from outside the off stump onto the leg side, a bit like Virat Kohli.
Very risky. That's what allows him to get those balls from outside.
Risky or risky?
That was risky. I was referring to wristy.
Just come on to bat, but he'll be looking to score runs quickly. Was not that far away, but he wanted to put that away. Extra bounce, maybe a little bit too wide from Mustafizur. He's got away with that.
Yeah, he certainly has. It's the same field that Rubel bowled to. No one in the deep. Kusal surprised by the width.
Had he found the gap, that also would have raced to the boundary. 450s in the last 5 matches for this guy since his comeback.
So very important for the bowler to realize this kind of field that has been given to him by Shakib Al Hasan. Now 4, 5 inside the circle on the offside. Kusal Mendis versus Bangladesh has been very good. 350s in T20s, 53, 70, 57. In the last 3 matches that he played against Bangladesh.
Quick and short. Another dot ball.
Cramping him up. That's the key. Wide of the crease, left arm around, bowling the angle into the right hander. You mentioned that record. Kusal Mendis will have to be good today. Sri Lanka Hard to celebrate.
Just watching Shakib there, seems to enjoy T20 captaincy. He's very much into it, talking to the bowlers. He's at mid-off, so he wants to have a constant dialogue with his bowlers. Made a field change. One fielder from the offside has dropped outside the circle. The fine leg has come inside the circle. There won't be anything quick around middle or leg. Yeah, keeps it outside the offside. May have taken the pace off as well. Was that a little bit of the quick off-cutter, not the slow delivery, but did he use his fingers on that ball there?
I think he did. There you go. That is beautifully bowled. Tennis ball bounce, bit of a grip, and in the end, a dot. Excellent.
Bring that 170 down to 155, 160.
Yeah, it was a dot ball, Athar, but in my feeling is if he bowls it fuller, he'll get the batsman to play at it, push, drive, and that's where he'll get a wicket as well. Excellent delivery, that last one. Just the one run so far from this over. Gone for the ball, this could be out. What an over! What an over for the Fizz. Just the one leg by, and he's got a wicket as well. So this is a terrific start for Bangladesh.
What a wicket this is. The man in form. Last delivery from Mustafizu, short one. Hit straight to the fielder, Shummo Shaka. Yes, he is. He's taken the catch, and what an over. It's a wicket maiden. Absolutely brilliant. He's delighted, and why not, to see the back of Kushal Mendes. He heads back to the pavilion. Gone for 11. Sri Lanka 22 for 2.
(22 for 2 in 4 overs). Not the start Sri Lanka wanted. And Kusal Pereira is the man on strike. Kupul Taranga the non-strikers end. And straight away you could see the off-spinner with the left-handers in. Nidahas and Miraj. It's been a wonderful start by Bangladesh. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Roshan. Good evening, Karthik. Yes, this is terrific fielding. 2 excellent catches taken by Bangladesh. And they've got 2 informed batsmen back in the pavilion. Kusal Mendes has been batting splendidly in this series. Mustafizu taking him. Kusal Pereira is still there, though. He can be dangerous. We've seen him clobber the ball around. And Taranga, vastly experienced, very experienced cricketer. Again, clever thinking by Mahmudullah in bringing the off-spinner on. 2 left-handers at the crease. The ball will turn away. Shakib, I beg your pardon. Shakib is the captain. Mahmudullah was the captain till Shakib came back to the team.
Hey, good evening, Sunny-bhai. Good evening, Roshan. Not the ideal start, as you mentioned, Roshan. But they've got 2 guys who stitched together a partnership the last time they were together. So that's a bit of a confidence booster for the side. Kushal Pereira has been in very good form. Taranga, we know, is an experienced campaigner. The only thing is that will he play with the freedom with which he generally plays? That was afforded to him because of the starts they got and the way Kusal Mendes played. But sometimes you need to temper down, and he needs to do that if they want to get to a decent enough total.
I think it's a good point, because Sri Lanka got off to some brilliant starts earlier on and just allowed Kusal to express himself. But here, so different. Goes past the outside edge. It's a bit of turn and bounce. Few things happening out there.
Yes, we saw that when Mustafizu bowled that slow delivery, gripped and bounced as well. And you can see just a little bit of turn, not much. But that's what you need. You don't want a big turn, because that can be called a wide sometimes, particularly if it goes down the leg side. All you want is just a little bit of turn, around 4 inches across the face of the bat.
Coming lads,
It's a bit of tentativeness about the Sri Lankan batting at this stage. So you could see that the Mustafi's, beg your pardon, the off spinner Mehdi goes very wide of the crease, looks to angle it back, and some deliveries just holding the line, and some just enough turn which creates that bit of uncertainty for the left-hander.
He's been a canny little operator. He knows exactly what ball to bowl, and that's the key thing to have in T20. This time around, gives a bit of room and latched onto it there, Upul Taranga. The over finishes with a 4. It's 29 for 2.
6 men inside the 30-yard circle. Make it 7. Good attacking cricket that is, with the last over of the power play. That's mandatory, that's a wide. Nobody catching, but all of them saving one in those in the 30-yard circle and just looking to try and create some pressure.
Yes, that was his previous over. Mix it up very well. That is the one I'm talking about, the one that bounced and turned. And then this one also had a little extra bounce. And Kusal Mendes wasn't quite able to get on top of it. It's a very deceptive bowler, deceptively quick. Good stuff, very good stuff that. Rubel saving 3 runs for his team.
Just a bit of angle onto the pads. Very well done and short fine leg. Look at Rubel Hussain. Well, very well done. Definitely saved a boundary. Good commitment by Bangladesh.
And the spot where he was standing, which is the short fine leg, the balls can travel very quickly. Sometimes it's the fast bowler or a spinner who's standing there, so you need to be alert. Saving runs for your team to in a T20 format in a must-win situation. Everything going, or everything being done right by Bangladesh.
That has to be gone. That's another big one. Total confusion. Let's hope it's all right. Well, that tells you the story. That was a terrible mix-up. Umpire not going upstairs. Just deciding straight away that Taranga was well short.
Even Taranga is not waiting for it. He just played it down there, and Kusal Pereira starts going for it. And yes, you can see that. No chance whatsoever for him to reach his crease. So he's run out for 5, and Sri Lanka have lost their 3rd wicket for 31.
Sri Lanka will need something really big from here. Again, that angle back at the left-hander. He's getting it to curve back.
In a game like this, you cannot make mistakes, and that too at crucial situations. He went for it initially. That led Kusal Pereira. And then ultimately, Upul Taranga sacrificing himself because of the fact that he started the run, and Mehdi was very, very quick to just hop across and move the stumps. 3 wickets down for 32. Not the ideal start.
Got a slip in now with Shanak on strike. Still in the power play, Sri Lanka losing 3 wickets. Oh, that's gone! That's gone! That's a soft dismissal. That delivery was a nothing shot.
Well, fizz is fizzing. And this one was angled across. It could have been left well alone. Look at that. It's a soft dismissal. Playing well away from his body, Shanaka. And a simple catch to the wicketkeeper. But fine bowling this again by Mustafizur. He gets Shanaka. Sri Lanka in the doldrums at the moment. Chanaka gone for a duck, 32 for 4.
Jeevan Mendis is the new batsman. Obviously, Sri Lanka holding back Thisara Perera, the captain. So the approach will be different. They want to just try and play themselves in, get into some sort of stability if they can. But take a look at this shot. Nothing really in it.
Yep, you come in, you want to feel bat on ball, and that's exactly what he did. Unfortunately for him, it left him. There was so much gap. Once again, attacking the stumps. Mustafizur has definitely turned the heat onto this Sri Lankan batting.
And what's been clever is the way the skipper has given him an extra over. Generally in T20 cricket, skippers tend to rotate bowlers, giving them just one over, particularly in the first power play, so as not to allow any batsman to line up a particular bowler. But Shakib's shown tremendous confidence, and that confidence in Mustafizur has been rewarded by that wicket. Sri Lanka on the back foot.
Will that be called a wide? It is. That bounced quite a bit.
Yes. Now he's bowled it so well. He's pitched it up, he's slowed it, he's bowled the odd quicker one, and then because he knows that Kusal Perera likes to plant his front foot and have a swing, he banged it in short, but it went way above the batsman's head and called a wide, an extra run for Sri Lanka. Sometimes bowlers can get a bit carried away. The thinking wasn't bad. He knew that Kusal Perera likes to swing at anything good length.
That's gone fine. It will be cut off. Good work. Couple of runs finishes the over. It's leg byes. So 35 for 4 becomes the lowest power play score, in fact, in the entire tournament. Well, I've been told that this is only the second time that Sri Lanka have lost 4 wickets in the power play overs at home. And both those occasions it was against Bangladesh.
And Roshan, they generally say that if you lose 2 or more in the power play, then you never win the game.
I didn't hear that.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, but it's been an interesting wicket. There's been some bounce, it's been spongy bounce. The odd ball has spun and spun with bounce. So it's not been the easiest track to play shots on, which the Sri Lankans were used to. It's a different surface. There were 3 games played on 1 pitch. This is a new pitch for today's game.
Well, we'll show you the 4 wickets. This is the first one. Excellent catch this was. Shabir Rahman made it look so easy. Got across. And then Kusal Mendis tormented with some excellent deliveries. This is terrible. Absolutely lack of communication. Upul Taranga sacrificing, and then Dasun Shanaka, the very first ball he received. Now, what's wrong with Kusal Perera? Let's hope he's all right.
Does he make contacts, or something must have gone in his eye? And so clearly, I think that he's making sure that is removed from the eye. He can see the ball a little bit better. What will be interesting is to see the next one, next delivery. Here, Thisara Perera is there to bat. Then there's Akila Dhananjaya again, 2 left-handers, and Udana. So Udana is a right-hander.
It's been a fantastic tournament, the Hero Nidahas Trophy, and some wonderful celebrations last evening.
Ball, yes, boy, yes.
There was a stamp issued as well to commemorate the Nidahas trophy. 70 years, absolutely big occasion. And I thought I saw only Karthik out there.
Yes, he didn't quite read the invitation card properly, which said formal dress. So
He was the privileged one. Just could have come the way he wanted.
that's true. And so yes, and he was trying to sit in such a way that he wouldn't be noticed. But you see, today with TV cameras all around, you can never be safe.
Pick on the celebrities.
They're trying to look for you, Roshan. They found me.
Well, it was a good evening, though. Very, very good evening. And congratulations to Sri Lanka and the Sri Lankan Cricket Board for that evening and celebrating 70 years of Sri Lankan cricket as well as Sri Lanka's independence. Very good evening.
It was nice to have also remembered some great people who contributed to Sri Lanka cricket. And, some ex-board presidents, and also the contribution of Jagmohan Dalmia. He had played such a role in Sri Lankan cricketing fortunes.
Absolutely, that was very nice. Very, very nice to see that. Mr. Dalmia being recognized. His son was there, spoke very well. 37 for 4 after 7. Anytime you're asking the team to score over 7 and over, then you give yourself a bit of a chance. Hint of turn again over there, and it's going to be a quick run. Mahmudullah now coming in to replace Mustafizur.
One more thing which the Bangladesh players have done really well is that they've kept the close-in fielders really close, especially to Jeevan Mendes, because they know that he has to try and work the single, give it back to Kusal Perera, and they don't want to do that. To Kusal Perera, they drop back a bit, but to Jeevan Mendes, they're on the move.
Also, the spinners seem to be coming into play. Look at the way the spin bowlers have looked, particularly Shakib, and now Mahmudullah looking to take some pace off the ball, searching for some turn. Mustafizur looking for some slower deliveries. Will that be called a wide? It is. Jeevan Mendes got across though, just angling down the leg side.
Yes, but the ball didn't turn. The ball went straight through, so the umpire quite rightly called it a wide down the leg side. Yes, I think anytime the team chasing is asked to score more than 7 and over, then the defending team senses that it has a chance if they take early wickets. So Sri Lanka should aim at 140 at least. Good delivery.
It's very good pressure created by Mahmudullah. The last time he bowled, he got 2 wickets against Bangladesh. And this one, sensing that he might be playing a shot after having kept him quiet, just back of a length and pushed it. And sometimes you can play all over it. Jeevan Mendes at the moment not able to turn the strike over.
Another very good over, 4 dot balls already. Those are the projected scores we're talking about. So 8 gone, it's 41 for 4.
Sri Lanka 41 for 4 after 8 overs, and a spot a bother. To get out of this situation, they have to do something very well.
In big trouble, Amir. Not a lot of batting to come. And looks like another one. How good have Bangladesh been? This time it's Jeevan Mendis who's got to make the long walk back.
Well, that's an interesting shot. I know the intent was there and trying to get a bit of momentum and get that over that infield, but just watch the way here. Beautiful seam position from Mehdi and a top edge. Just lost his shape on the bat there. One hand off the stick. And a simple catch there for the Fizz. There we have it. 3 off 11. It's 45. 41 for 5.
Sri Lanka's captain Thisara Pereira in the 9th over with his team in big trouble. Last recognized pair with the bat. He'll need all his experience, all his stroke play to get Sri Lanka out of this. A slip, a gully. Bangladesh has just been outstanding today. Very good captaincy. This is Mendis.
Yeah, when you're looking to play that stroke on a turning track where the ball is gripping, as a batsman, you have to get to the pitch of the ball. It wasn't there. That's why ball bounced a bit. That was good enough.
Spinners to the left-handers tonight. Just outside off stump. Bit of turn away. They also got the variation with the ball going on with the arm.
Shakib has impacted the game immensely. Not only he's amongst wicket, but he has led the side very well. Hence, his side in a very good position in this must-win game.
The one thing I noticed tonight is the energy in the field. There's a lot more chat out there tonight, and they believe that they can beat Sri Lanka.
Slip was taken out, leg slip in place. They believe they can win. They also want to win. Go back to earlier in the year, Sri Lanka won in Bangladesh, and you could see by the celebrations when they beat Sri Lanka in the previous game what it really meant for the team to get one back.
Just look at this field, guys. We've got 2 slips in all around the bat. You don't often see that in 2020 cricket.
Brilliant bowling. Wicket and 2 runs off the 9th. 43 for 5. KP along with TP. 2 Pereiras. Everyone was looking forward to the 2 Kusals, but it's down to the 2 Pereiras. Oh, he's cracked that. Welcome boundary.
Amazing stuff from an amazing player, Kusal Pereira. This pitch is not offering a lot of pace to the batsman. And have a look. On a flighted delivery, that bad speed, giving enough force behind that ball, and it disappeared, raced away.
It's about how much you need. I reckon 135, 140. They've gone up. They think it's bad first. Yes, there was bad. But Mohammedullah Riyad thinks it was bad first. They do have a review. Shakib wants it. They've taken the review.
Thank you, Roji. Tim, we have a referral for an LBW. The on-field division is not out. Can we start with the front foot, please? Front foot's fine. It's a fair delivery. We'll move on to front on spin vision. Can you rock and roll that, please? Yeah. Seem to be bat first. Bat first here. Yep. We'll double check it with Ultra H, please. Yep. Clear bat first. We can go on. Yep. We can clear bat first. Go on to the umpires. Ruchi, clear inside edge. You can stay with your decision.
Awful review, no pad in it at all. What's confused them was the bat hit the pad.
That was bizarre.
To say the least, unless he's using wooden pads.
The pitch will slow down further. That's why I'm saying target 135, 140, and you give yourself a chance. Sri Lanka's two worst starts at home have come against Bangladesh. 40 for 5 here at the Nidahas Stadium. They ended up with 131, went on to lose the game. Now today it's 41 for 5.
Sal Pereira to me is the man. If they want a chance to go forward, Sri Lanka, the home nation, as we see the 50 come up, if they want a chance to go and play on Sunday night, 48 hours time, he'll need to be the guy that goes right through and have a partnership.
No doubt about that. Akila Dhananjaya, Isuru Udana to follow. Wouldn't excite Chandika Hathurisinghe, the coach, what he has left.
Now they have to set small targets from here on, these two batsmen. They need a partnership.
Get Sri Lanka to the 15th. It's only the 10th over, 1 ball remaining. These two are doing it smart so far, knocking it around. Get to about 80, 85. Both together, in the last 5 can do a lot more damage. They've got that game. It's in the last 5 that Thisara Pereira comes into his own. It's about getting there. 10 gone, 53 for 5. Two seaming options, Rubal Hossain and Mustafizur. The Fizz picking up a couple, but look at the spinners. Shakib, Mehdi Hassan Miraj, Mahmudullah Riyad, and we still haven't seen Nazmul in. Nazmul Islam, the left-arm spinner. So it's beautifully set up for Shakib to rotate his bowlers and take the pace off. He's giving the Sri Lankans a little bit of pace at the moment. Rubal Hossain's back, 12 off his first over. And I reckon he's been brought back thinking of knocking over Thisara Pereira.
Absolutely. And I think he'll find he'll bowl, as we saw there, the length. He'll bowl a lot of full balls. The interesting thing for Sri Lanka, though, they know if they can hang in there and bat deep, that Bangladesh haven't bowled well at the death. So that's one area where they could improve on. And that's one area that they could go the journey tonight.
Have a look at the field placing.
See, great move. Pereira's feet not moving at all. You mentioned the field, fine leg, square leg, deep mid-wicket. So giving him the impression that Rubal Hossain will be bowling that short one. Wonderful cricket.
Would like to see a slip in place.
Absolutely.
Shaping the ball well, Rubal.
It's a very good result. Thisara Pereira at the non-strikers end at this point.
One thing I hope what they're doing is we have a look at the predicted score here. See, there are 8 runs will get you 130. That's per over. If they go 10, it'd be close to 150. But I really hope that the Sri Lankan bowlers are watching this and trying to really sum up the match conditions. It's not a super quick wicket. Pace off the ball is definitely the key. The spinners will do a good job, but certainly the quicks, as this ball gets older, take the pace off the ball.
Well, they've been guilty of bowling too many short deliveries. Talking about short delivery, here it was, and a very good result. Listen to the chair.
He's in a different zone, Kusal Perera. Couple of 50s, powerful 50s in the tournament. He needs to keep going. Wow, just swivels on that front foot.
He's such a graceful player. Just does it easy. It looks as though he's playing a different game, and he's got the weight of a nation on his shoulders this evening.
Well, the secret is he stays still. Doesn't move a lot in the crease. Just watches the ball. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. So lovely to watch.
Everyone's loving it. What a punch. Well, if you like that pull shot, this is even better.
And what it was length. Too full. And he's hit that length where you don't want to be as a bowler. Full credit to the batsman, full face of the bat. That's, to me, the shot of the night. So he's dropped short and got met. He's bowled full and got smashed.
This is even clever batting. 10 off that over. It is over, isn't it? Yes, it is. 63 for 5. KP still there. Next 4 overs decides the game. This partnership, the best partnership, the biggest partnership of Sri Lanka's innings, 22 of 17. They got to be together for the next 4. Nidahas and Miraj in to complete his spell.
And Rusty, this is where the game could change. This is where the momentum could shift. You hear the crowd, they've come alive now, and all of a sudden, you just feel as if that they can be back top. Not in terms of the game, but just this little period of play.
Well, Amir mentioned small targets. Next 4 overs, run a ball, gets you to around 90, which sets it up for the last 5, which can push you towards that 140.
Let me tell you, 135 is going to be a good total on this pitch, provided fast bowlers bowl well and react to the situation, demand of the situation. Better. There's a live fire. Direct hit.
He got the dive in. Didn't take any chances, but direct hits are generally a lot closer than we think.
For an out,
but not a lot of excitement from the Bangladeshis.
Bats in the crease. Wickets broken. Yeah, you can load. Not out, not out, not out.
Well, you saw his stroke play, Kusal Perera. That dive was even better.
And wasn't it timely?
Timing better in the dive. Smart cricket.
Just opting for one on that occasion. Direct hit, though, they're always pretty close. And isn't it a great sight to see those bails lighting up? That'd be good in the backyard, wouldn't they, Rusty?
But the fielders knew it. There was no excitement at all. "15 runs, 3 overs and 5 balls bowled by this young bowler." Outstanding stuff. Hesitation this time. Stays with 1. Sri Lanka have had 12, 68 for 5.
But it's the man on strike, Kushal Perera, who can do the damage. 29 of 21 deliveries so far. 25 runs in the last 3 overs, has been good. Mustafizur has been outstanding. 2 for 4 of just 2.
Sensational. More than outstanding, because these are just unreal figures. They'll come back for the second. Better throw. There was a chance, not the quickest Tisara.
Yes, this is very good position for Bangladesh to be in, but there are still 5 overs to go. Kushal Perera is there. Tisara Perera, another big hitter. So 2 big hitters at the crease. And Bangladesh will have to continue doing the good work to bring Sri Lanka to a gettable total. At the current rate, they've got 115. They will get to 115. At 6 and over, they'll get to 117. But I think what Sri Lanka will be looking to get to will be about 140.
Looks a good shot. Terrific shot. Almost a tap towards mid-wicket. The first 6 of the innings.
It's a short arm jab. Once again it was short, but don't bowl short to Kushal Perera. He'll put you to the sword. What a shot this is. Right from the middle part of the bat and goes maximum. The first 6 comes from the bat of Kushal Perera.
Well, with Kushal, because he hits the ball off the front foot a fair distance, a lot of bowlers tend to shorten their length.
Another 4. A 6 and a 4. It's a counter-attack here from that man, Kushal Perera. 41 of 24 is taken on. The trump card. 12 runs so far from this over.
Well, he's given him room outside the off stump. The slower delivery, look at that, he gets a little more bounce. But that actually suits Kushal Perera, because he's then able to hit it easily over the infield for a boundary. No protection there. 10 runs after over bowl.
Yeah, no third man, so it's not a great idea to bowl short and wide, especially to Kushal Perera. Easy, too easy for him to put that away for a boundary.
Goes short again. He's got 2 wickets. Mustafizur, 1 came off the short ball, trying to pull, getting caught at mid. The other was when the batsman was trying to get onto the front foot, and that has to be the length. I keep saying that. Yeah, not quite that. This is the one that he got when the batsman mistimed the pull shot. The second one, this is the face that we know. This is how he became a big star. The ball further up on the pitch map there. He's got to get the batsman forward.
Once the ball starts to move also, it gets a bit of a grip. That length, you're talking about the good length, really work in favour of the bowler. He's been expensive in this over.
The shot again. This is good cricket. Using the pace of the bowler. This is a big over. Maybe just what Sri Lanka needed, the crowd needed, the floodgates to open. There'd be a little turn in the tide now after this over.
Yes, the pressure now certainly on Bangladesh with this expensive over of their best bowler. Again, a short ball, and Tisara Perera going down the leg side and then slashing it over the infield. No protection there. He's got to bowl wicket to wicket.
Finish with a single, but that's 18 runs from the over. Rising like a phoenix, that 1 over, 86 for 5. Very tight over so far from Bangladesh. So quickest to get there, Kushal Perera, 1,000 runs in T20 internationals.
Yes, that big over should give them a good momentum, especially with 2 set batsmen in the crease. The partnership has been good. Look at that over. That was off Mustafizur Rahman. He's just given him 4 runs in the first 2 overs. Would you believe that? 18 in that over.
Keeps happening to bowlers. 4 runs in 2 overs and then 18. Oh, leading edge. This is a pitch for spinners. Running the first one quick. Tisara Pereira will respond. This is good running. This is good batting. Kusal Pereira leading this revival, resurgence from Sri Lanka.
And cleverly played as well. Didn't hit it too hard. He saw that the fielder was in the deep. Nobody inside in front of the stumps inside the 30-yard circle. So just push it around that 30-yard circle. There again, looking to work it down the leg side.
Now, how did that miss the stumps? Tried to turn it on the onside. Oh, Mr. There was a sound, wasn't it?
It was at the outside edge of the stump. The bails don't fall when the ball is hit on the side. It's only when you hit the ball in the front that the bails topple. We've seen in the past when the ball is hit on the side of the stump, the bails don't fall off. There's some sound, like a hard sound, but when you look at it from the front angle, it doesn't look like it's very close to the stump, but there was a sound, you're right. Sounded very hard as well. So normalcy returns after that 18 run, the last over. It's 90 for 5. What a shot. What a terrific shot that is. Once again, the bottom hand coming into play. It's more jabs than a free flow of the bat. But how the ball just races off the bat. That's incredible to watch. He's on 49 now.
It brings up the 50 partnership. Terrific shot. Didn't try to hit it too hard. It was not a bad delivery. Just opening the base of the bat and finding the gap. That is excellent from Kusal Pereira.
This is timing, Athar, because it's not a quick bowler that he's used the pace of. This is just wonderful batting, good hitting. There's his 50. Even runs like Sana Jayasuriya. And at the moment his form is like Sana Jayasuriya at his prime. His team rises to what has been a fantastic innings considering what's happened around him.
Yes, getting to a half century of 32 deliveries, 6 boundaries and a 6. This has been a capital innings from Kusal Pereira, scoring more than half of the Sri Lankan total at the moment. Sri Lanka will want him to stay right till the end. Therein lies their hope of getting to 140, maybe even more.
Scores of 140, even 150 could be difficult for Bangladesh when they come back to chase, because there is something in for the bowler, especially the spinner.
Now you're psyching yourself up, isn't it, Athar? You're preparing yourself for the worst. I can see it. 140, you'll chase it down comfortably.
Anything above 140 can be a difficult one. Yes, chaseable. Again, short and wide, put away. Will be cut off in the deep from Nazmul Islam. I just wonder what is he doing in the deep, because he hasn't bowled a single over so far.
It makes sense. Actually, I was surprised by his selection, considering that Shakib Al Hasan is back, the better left-arm spinner. I was surprised that he was included in the playing 11.
Well, he's only included as a genuine left-arm orthodox spinner, and he hasn't been given a single over yet. That's a surprise.
Yeah, because you've got Shakib now, he'll bowl 4 overs, and there are a lot of left-handers in that Sri Lankan team. At the moment there are 2, and very few captains these days are brave enough to bowl a left-arm spinner.
Yeah, then you just go back to the team selection. Yeah, look at the partnership now. 57 of 40 has been outstanding, very good. You know, when they came on to bat, they were 5 down for 41. It took a little bit time, but it's the way the Kusal Pereira has batted. A good support from Tisara Pereira.
Get a single, that's going to be 9 runs from the over. 99 for 5. You're waiting for a right-hander to come at him. And the running as well has been so impressive. This is dangerous. Oh, the throw again was a bit too wide from the stumps. He attacked the ball for sure. This is the man that we're talking about.
Looking to squeeze that extra run, but that was a slightly wider throw on the stumps, and Thisara would have been struggling.
Nice shot. Brilliant stop this. Even with that, there is excellent timing. It's the reverse sweep. And once again, the ball just speeds off the bat to the boundary. Tremendous batting this.
Top shot, absolutely top class shot. He's hit it off the middle of the bat. He knows exactly where the fielders are, and the ball will curve away because it's a sweep shot. It will curve away from the deep cover fielder as well, deep point fielder.
Yeah, that's better. Spinners have got to bowl slow on this bit. The ball that he reverse swept was 93 kilometers per hour, so it was a bit too quick and perfect for that kind of a shot. 10:50. Fifth versus Bangladesh. Kusal Perera. Two Kusal have been really one of the highlights of this tournament.
Number of shots of the short deliveries. But hardly missed out with this push stop. Brilliant.
He's been good as well, Thisara Perera. Really challenged himself to run that extra run, so that's a good partnership thanks to Thisara Perera's efforts as well. He hasn't gone big yet, just the 1-4.
Yes, he's playing it very smartly, bringing all his experience into play, knocking the ones and twos. But this is how Kusal got to a half century. You can see that he's played the big shots mainly down on the leg side, the big six over there, but he's played the cut to good effect, the cut and the pull to good effect. This is turning out to be possibly a game-changing partnership.
Oh dear, game-changing.
Possibly, Athar, possibly.
I can relax now.
I thought that over that gave away 18 runs, probably the game-changing over.
Yeah, this is the highest 6-wicket stand for Sri Lanka in T20s. And it's an incredible partnership. This mistakes happening now for Bangladesh. 16 overs gone. It's 110 for 5.
Morose, grumpy.
Feeling a bit better.
It's been a brilliant partnership. You have to give it to Kusal Perera. He's played an absolute gem here.
Yep, in case you haven't seen the wickets, this was the first one. Good catch and made it easy. And then Kusal Mendes tormented with some very good bowling, holding out to the man at mid-wicket. But look at this, Upul Taranga. What a mix-up it was. No chance at all. Run out, and then Dasun Shanaka. First delivery. Big nick. And Jeevan Mendes attempting the sweep. Very simple catch. Kusal Perera and Thisara Perera. The two Pereiras have got together. And as you said, what an important stand.
It's a massive stand, and this is what the tournament's all about. Keeping in mind that it's crunch time. That's the fall of wickets. And just look how they've just crumbled in pairs almost. And now it's the partnership. This is what they need, two Pereiras. They've got the destiny of Sri Lankan cricket in their hands at the moment.
Pumped off the back foot. And good work in the deep. Couple of runs. The batsman looking far more relaxed and quite willing to play a few shots now.
Beautiful timing. A nice piece of work in the deep. Did well to stop it. So 8 and over from here, gents. 142, which would be a very competitive score on what is a slower wicket this evening.
First look of the wicket felt from afar that it was a belter, but on closer inspection it felt a bit dry. Yeah, we've seen that happen. Ball turning and stopping on the batsman. So from that perspective, this is a brilliant innings. What a shot that is! Pumped over square leg. Tisara Pereira turning it on for Sri Lanka.
Is Bangladesh missing a trick here? Banging it short and playing straight into the hands of the Sri Lankan batsman. They love to play the horizontal shots. That's another one.
But where they've been hurt, Bangladesh, has been either too full or too short, and they've missed their length, they've missed their Yorker, and they've missed their short ball right in the money. To be fair, though, that was a hell of a shot.
Oh, what a shot that is! What a shot that is! Great stroke. Back-to-back sixes. What a follow-through. Punch down the ground. Short ball over square leg. Length ball. Look where that has gone.
Exactly what Brett said. Either too short or too full, and this time was the fuller one. This one was the previous one, and then right in the slot as he was waiting. Just an extension of that big bat of Tisara Pereira.
Running must run hard. They'll come back for two. This could be tight. Well, a quicker return. Maybe a more accurate one.
And you can feel the pressure now back on Bangladesh. Crowd are going crazy here. Needed a good strong from the deep. And a bounce throw a little bit wide and allowed him to run two. So just having a chat now. The Fizz trying to get field right. Such an important ball. Last ball of his spell. He's got 2 for 39. He's been a little bit expensive tonight. Still bowled 10 dots.
Well, he finishes off with a dot, but he's gone for 35 in the last two. 127 for 5.
The two left-handers and the two Pereiras have stitched together a wonderful partnership. 86 of 53. Shakib Al Hasan started off, bowled a power play, 2 overs for 9 runs and a wicket of a left-hander, but hasn't bowled since. It's interesting because he's the most experienced bowler, one of the top bowlers in world cricket. Why would you not bowl somebody like him, possibly floating it out wide outside the off stump, getting Pereira to fetch it from outside the off stump? It's surprising that he's not used his other 2 overs.
That's a surprise. They got another left-arm spinner up their sleeve.
Who's not been used.
Exactly. In fact, he was the most economical in the last game. That was against India. Quick single here. But I think there is this reluctance of captains to bowl left-arm spinners when the left-handers are in.
He's the captain himself.
One doesn't want to bowl himself. I've seen him do that. Once he did that in Bangladesh. Just didn't want to bowl. That was in a BPL game.
I think it's just become one of these theories because most of the times the spinners are trying to take it away from the left-hander. It's not as if, yes, he's a left-arm spinner, but there are other variations as well where you take the ball away from a left-hander, throw it wide outside. And is there a written rule that a left-arm spinner will be smashed by a left-hander? I find it very surprising.
If that's the theory, an off-spinner can't bowl to a right-hander. Straight back. Punch down the ground. Tisara Pereira is turning it on.
And once again, it's just missing that length. We saw 2 balls ago, the ball bowled a beautiful Yorker, but just watch where the ball pitches here. It's a nothing ball. It's in between that length. I know the mindset is trying to get up nice and full in that block hole, but if you slightly miss it, you're going to go the journey. This is what they've done tonight against the 2 Pereiras. This is versus seam. Look at the length. A lot of boundaries amongst them, the yellow balls.
Third man in the circle. Square leg goes out. Just an interesting comparison. The last 8 overs, 84 runs. After the first 9 overs, had only 43. Swung away on the leg side. And they're coming back for 2 here. And good running again. Momentum, one must admit, is certainly with Sri Lanka.
Yeah, what a reversal of fortunes. 41 for 5 and looked in complete disarray. And now it's 134 for 5. and the momentum completely in Sri Lanka's favour. The crowd behind Sri Lanka, and this is some ferocious hitting by Thisara Perera and Kusal Perera.
Well, the interesting thing too, gents, is that Bangladesh's last game versus India, the last 4 overs, they went for 50. So they've been pumped at the death end, and they've just missed a trick again here tonight.
3 balls still left in the over. Over number 18. Extra cover. Might be looking for 2 again. Not this time. I don't think the Bangladesh fielders are very confident about it. But excellent running. Really pushing hard here. Now the Sri Lankan rate pushing 8.
Strong arm, well fielded, but I think it was the wrong end. And if it would have gone on the keeper, it would have been a different story. And Mushi, the keeper, is furious. He's screaming at his player to listen to the call.
Straight to the man at extra cover. Perera now, that's Thisara, has raced to 45 of 30.
I hope he doesn't tire himself by running these twos, because you know how destructive he can be. If he's tired, he's not going to get those shots. Something like this, possibly a fresher Perera is going to dispatch it, which Dhoni does sometimes. He doesn't take the odd or the extra run just to save himself to play the big shot.
He's run 8 twos already. Last ball of the over. Good bowling. It's a very good comeback. A dot and a single in the door, but still 10 runs of it. 2 overs to go. It's 137 for 5. So we got 2 overs left in the Sri Lankan innings, and Shakib's not bowling still. He's using Shummusaka. He's going to bowl a bit of pace.
The only thing I can think of is that unless his finger's hurting or he's afraid of bowling at the death, he's an experienced campaigner. He's been around a long, long time. Look there, he's at the top. 1 for 9 off 2, 7 dot balls. And it looks as though with the pace on the ball, missing their length is where they've gone the journey.
And anyways, when you look at the tournament across all 3 teams, it's the spinners who've been more economical.
I don't think he's scared as such. He's an experienced player. Could be the finger, as you said, Brett. But let's see. They start off with a single. So they've got 11 balls left. At the current rate, they'll get over 150, but at 10 runs, they'll get close to 160.
We're looking forward to seeing how he bowls these next 5 balls. And the mindset is gone nice and full at the pads, and that's a good start. Under pressure. Keeping in mind, we can sit up here in the commentary box and say he's bowling length, but it's so hard to do under pressure to nail your length.
Oh, this is high. Someone getting underneath it. And it's taken. Mehdi Hassan Miraj, and that has silenced the crowd. A huge wicket. Kusal Perera goes, but what a hand he's played. Well, it's also the second highest 6th wicket stand in T20s, and a brilliant effort by the left-hander.
Just got the top edge, a leading edge. Because he's such a powerful man, the heady there, great set of hands, watches the ball come right in. But that's been a wonderful innings. Kusal Perera 61, it's 138 for 6.
Right, Perera has crossed on that. That is Thisara Perera, who goes high. And oh, just over the fieldsman. That's his 50. How crucial will this be? The fieldsman was inside and, well, certainly seemed to have hurt his finger. But I wonder how hurt the team would be.
They're completely misjudging it. It was flat, it was hit hard. He started running towards it and then realized that he was too close, had to leap for it. And in the process, has hurt his fingers. He was perfectly fine where he was standing. It can happen on this ground. It's got some dark pockets too.
You're right, Kartik, he has misjudged that. Nevertheless, it's been a wonderful 50s first. Should be celebrating, but that's a costly error. When he would have been on the hat trick. And I think because he hit it so hard, he hit it flat. And the initial thought was to try and run in and catch it in front of you, but it just kept going.
Yeah, his first 50 in his T20 career, and what a time to have it. It's some wonderful shots. Quite strong square on the offside, loves to go over the top. And how crucial will that miss be? And just look at that, 50 runs in that week. To the man at point, but they'll still get a single, so they've got 8 runs of the first 4 balls.
It's been a good over though. You have to give credit to somebody like Soumya Sarkar being asked to bowl the 19th over. The idea has been right, and if fortune had favoured him, he should have got another wicket rather than get hit for a 6.
He's been brilliant. He's hitting his lengths. And the other one, the one that they got dropped on and went for 6. I always say that if you're going to err on the length being fuller rather than half volleys. Shaki very, very animated, making sure that he's getting his field in the right spot. You just see there, short legs come up to catch him in wicket. And a traditional fine leg down in front of the scoreboard.
The fielders in, closing in batsman, just trying to prevent the single. Nidahas on strike. Straight down the ground. And they'll come back for 2. Oh, might be a bit costly. They'll want to come back for 3. Mahmudullah's relay just going astray there.
These are silly mistakes from Bangladesh. Firstly, it had not been a second run, and then slightly slow Mahmudullah, and that relay pass went completely away from the fielder.
Last ball of the innings, or last ball of the over, I beg your pardon, 19, that is the wide. So they have to re-bowl it. That's over number 19. They still got 6 balls to go. This won't help Bangladesh. On this over, already 12 runs.
Can he get a dot ball or a 2 here? And you go on strike.
So Pereira will want to be on strike. Hits it down the ground, on the bounce, only a single. So the 150 is up, 13 runs of the over, and Sri Lanka has 1 over to go.
I believe he should have bowled himself here at the end. Pace off the ball. Rubo to continue. Change of ends.
Pereira is the man on strike. 6 balls in the Sri Lankan innings. And the first one slammed over extra cover. Good start to the over. He gets a boundary. Always good to start off with a boundary.
Once again missing that length which Brett has been talking about. If it's a low full toss, it's difficult to dispatch. Giving the angle. Getting underneath it. Thisara Pereira right over that cover fielder.
This is how he brought up his 50. That was a beautiful shot. Got a big piece of that, and that was the next one.
That's gone high. And oh, a bit of a juggle. And finally taken. Tamim Iqbal. That's the slower ball. That's the one you're talking about. Pace of the ball. But I think Thisara Pereira has definitely batted out of his skin. Outstanding.
The couple juggles. Number 20 on his back, he gets it in the end. But what a wonderful innings. Great performance. 58 off 37. It's 154 for 7.
Wissarodana crossed on that shot. He'll be on strike for the next 4 balls. Or this delivery. And slams it down towards long on. And they'll want a second here, coming back for 2. Good running.
And just looking, it's about 107 runs, the 2 last 5 overs of each game against India. This is the reason, well, there's a new batsman out there. Change of pace. A slow ball off cutter into the deck. A nice catch in the end. Eventually.
It happens to be the highest score for a Sri Lankan number 7 or a lower batsman. That's how important that innings by Trisura Pereira. 58 of just 37 balls. 3 balls to go in the over. Another single. This will bring Akila Dhananjaya, the left-hander.
The last wickets have definitely stopped possibly the total from reaching 170. I think you never know with them two around, the way they were playing. It could have been a different story. So in that aspect, Bangladesh have done well. Yes, the last 4 overs or the last 5 overs have not been good from them in the other games. Shakib Al Hasan, why didn't he bowl the other 2? Always going to be a big question.
Well, we spoke about the other left-arm spinner who failed to reach the crease. 157 for 7, 2 balls to go. That's another single. I think the spinners will play a real role here for Sri Lanka. They got Amila Aponso in the side as a left-arm spinner. There's Jeevan Mendes who could bowl leg spin. Danushka Gunatilaka could turn his arm over.
Do you think if Avishka bowls Akila Dhananjaya bowls in the first or in the first 6 overs, Liton Das could be an option for them, because they used him to good effect against Sri Lanka and Sri Lankan bowlers the last time around.
I get the feeling they might use the left-arm spinner in the first 6 overs because he's good, he's quickish, uses the new ball well. But again, it depends as to how Sri Lanka would want to go. Dhananjaya has been in the first 6. Here comes the last ball. Straight past the bowler, and it's 159 for 7, which means Bangladesh will have to go at 8 runs and over. This is a very fine performance by Sri Lanka, considering where they were. And the last 11 overs has given Sri Lanka 116 runs for the loss of just 2 wickets.
Well, they'll be looking up at the scoreboard and wondering where it all went wrong. They had this in the bag. They had potentially getting them all out for 110, 120 runs maximum. Now they're staring at 160 to win. Some worrying signs there for Shakib. With the last 5 overs in particular, they've gone the journey the last 2 times they've bowled against India and then here again tonight in this such an important knockout match, the quarter or semi-final. Confirmation there that Sri Lanka will require 8 runs and over. 160. It's a big total on what is not a great wicket to bat on.
Yeah, I do agree with you. 159 for 7 is an outstanding effort. And I'm a big believer of momentum, Brett. But anyway, talking about momentum, let's see whom Russell Arnold has. We should go across and join him.
Nidahas and Miraj, 1 for 16, but he bowled out by the 12th over. A tale of 2 halves this innings.
Yeah, we did very well. First over, Sakib Bhai and Mustafi's first 10 over we did very well, but last 10 overs we are not doing very well because Kushal and Pereira he did very well last 10 overs.
What about the pitch?
I think pitch is good, but sometimes little bit turning. So this is we are help for his spinner.
You bowled really well.
Thank you, thank you.
What did you do different to the other bowlers to be able to come out with such good figures?
Yeah, of course. I think this trap-up wicket, we just need to according to ball. So we just try to that type of ball.
160. Now, how's it going to look when you go out with the bat?
Yeah, of course. I think this is excited moment because you know that this is a semi-final match. So this is fighting score.
Well done today.
Thank you very much.
I couldn't have agreed more with you there. He says
Well, they got sent into bat, Sri Lanka, and it was a disastrous start. There was a couple of top edges at the top. A couple of nice shots that found the gap and pierced the infield. And then all of a sudden, these wickets, they started to crumble. There was a bit of a hush go around the ground. Nice catch there. And they're on the board finally, Bangladesh. And it's that belief. We've seen some terrific batting and also some terrific catching. He just felt at one stage there that they're going to get knocked out for probably about 110, 115 runs. This is the run out. Nice bit of work. Both infielder and bowler took out of most of the stumps. And another wicket. Great length. Beautiful length. A little bit of shape away and a little bit off the wicket as well. Fifth wicket. That was a top edge. And that was at 41, the score on the board. And then the partnership. And Roshanu was the top of plays that they needed at the right time.
Yeah, magnificent. The captain leading from the front. And Kusal Pereira also in fine touch. This is Vasana Jayasri all over. And then Kusal Pereira. Oh, that was the best shot for me. Outstanding until this happened. Kusal Pereira rather tired, looking to go over the top. Good catch again at deep mid-wicket. Then it was a turn for the captain, who went on to reach his half-century, his first in his T20 career. And then Tamim Iqbal, a juggling effort, ensuring that Sri Lanka didn't get to that 170. So in the end, 159 for 7, still a very formidable score. And that's what Bangladesh needs when we start their reply, which will happen in just a short while.
What a turnaround we've seen. Interesting when you look at coaches around the world. Now that's Champaka Ramanaike, the Bangladesh team, originally Sri Lankan. So at some point, maybe he'll be happy for both teams, whatever the result.
So it's a luxury to have a leg spinner on your side. Captains tend to use them against left-handed batsmen and also right-handed batsmen. Equally good. Tamim Iqbal.
Crowd, they're back in the game. Guan Pradeep with the first ball, goes short. In the zone for Tamim Iqbal. Starts off with a dot ball.
The confidence should be high in the Sri Lankan camp. They've got to attack to suit this pitch, to suit the conditions. A couple of changes. There's no Dushmantha Chamira or Surangal Lakmal. There's a left-arm spinner, so there's variety in the spin department. And it's Rudan who bowls lots of slower balls.
Well, if you recover from a hopeless situation, it gives you a lot of confidence. And that's what we are going to see. In the air, in the gap, the first boundary. Tamim off the mark with style.
Not a good ball. He loves it there. Yeah, width again from a seam bowler. We've seen so much of that in this tournament. Frees his arms as he loves to.
And the angle as well opens up that offside. Now Tamim's got the right attitude. 168 and over. While the ball is hard, got to try and make an impact.
Here's a question for you guys now. Are we looking at 159 as a good score because of the recovery, or you think it's a good score anyway on this pitch?
For me, because of the pitch. Did mention to you that it was a slower pitch. It will be slower. And 160. I'll take that. At the toss, 160 would have taken it.
Amir, your thoughts? Very often when we see a team recover from 41-5, we give a lot of credit to the batting, but is that score 159 enough?
I think it's a fighting total. For that, to win this game, Sri Lankan bowlers, they have to make this new ball count. Have to pick up wickets. Oh, what a stroke. Just a mere push. And a great result. 2 boundaries of the over so far.
We were critical about the previous delivery, but you can't say anything about this. This is just good batting. The quality of Tamim Iqbal coming out. And straight away, Thisara Perera has to react to this. To give the batsman pace, he'll be able to hit through the line. You're right. They have to bowl well. Yes, it's a good score. They'll be happy with it. But game's not over. We didn't spot the fat lady yet, have we?
But what a recovery. You've got to say that's one of the best recoveries you've seen in recent time. 41 for 5, then Kusal and Thisara getting together.
Yeah, we have spoken about Thisara and Pereira. But you have to mention one thing. Nidahas is Tamim's opening partner. Taranga sacrificing his wicket to an informed batsman, Pereira. Worked well.
High score of 43 for Nidahas. That was against this same opposition. He set the ground alight when Bangladesh were chasing 214.
Right down the leg side, 10 runs from the over.
Left hand, right hand combination. Disturbing the bowler.
You were talking about the Pereiras. The way they played was crucial, how they constructed that partnership. Initially, it was knocking it around. And we haven't seen that from Thisara Perera. We used to see him come and swing his bat around.
Responsibility from captain. Oh, what a delivery. What a delivery. That ball flew. 10 for no wicket after 1.
So he comes and coolly keep wickets. Kusal Perera, that's the kind of talent Sri Lanka has always had. These batsmen were able to keep wickets.
Well, Kusal Mendes, Upul Taranga, they're all keepers.
Yeah, it's,
No
it's a
shortage.
culture. It's a trend in Sri Lanka, which is incredible. The kind of batting talent they've had, and all have been keepers. Oh, slightly deceived in the flight, but well played in the end.
Where did you bowl your off spinners, Russell? You should have kept wicketers as well.
The nude stuff, you mean? Gave it nothing. Batsman had to wait for hours, bowled them out. But the part-time bowlers, Sri Lanka lack a few of them. Because most of them are keeping batsmen. Yeah.
He bowled well. Akela in the previous outing against India. Picked up 2 wickets. That's what the captain is hoping in this game too. Important game.
He was talking to us before the game started, talked about the 4 variations that he has. He's an off spinner, that's his stock ball. Bowls the leg spinner, bowls a googly, floater. What are we looking at here? Power play strike rate this series. Tondas 189.7. Oh, is that a wicket? Yes! First one down!
Nidahas there. You just spoke about his strike rate. When he gets going, that allows Tamim Iqbal to play his own game. So now it's a problem for Bangladesh. This is clever bowling. He tosses that up wide, very wide, makes Nidahas fetch it. He knows Nidahas likes to come at him.
Taking leave out of Sundar's book. That's what he did in the previous game, when the batsmen are loading up to hit the ball towards mid-wicket, bowling outside the off stump and turning it back. It's good thinking. He goes without scoring, 11 for 1.
Interesting, no Shumo Sharkar. They've sent Sabir Rahman, the right-hand batsman, out. Maybe they want that left-hand right-hand combination to make things difficult for the bowlers, because Shumo Sharkar has been batting at number 3.
But he's a good striker of the ball. I think this is a good move. Shumo Sharkar hasn't been in the best of form. He struggled.
Maybe the right-hander to take on the off-spinner in that fashion. Looked like he stopped it, but seems like it's... Oh, what's happening here? For signal by the umpire.
Positive start straight away. Remember, Shakib's there, so they bat deeper. They can afford to do this.
He plays that sweep shot well away from the fieldsman.
Scored a 30 against India in the very first game, and then against Sri Lanka when they were chasing 214. Or could that be back-to-back boundaries? These are good shots. Relying on his timing. Shabir, he's off to a flyer. It's 19 for 1. Rahman's walked out, 2 quality shots. Wonderful sweep to beat the fielder in the deep, and then carved one through the offside. 141 of 108. Required rate under 8.
He said 159 is a good score. What about the fact that this pitch has tended to play better under lights?
One of the new inclusions for his first game, Amilo Ponso. It's all about taking the pace off the ball.
How happy the captain was after removing Nidahas. He's a dangerous player.
What an arc from this man, Thisara Perera. Found his form with the bat against Bangladesh recently and has carried that into this tournament. What an innings today. What a partnership. Kusal Perera, Kusal Mendes have had the consistency. Thisara Perera has become a dangerous player now. Now that he's finding self-belief as an all-rounder.
It was not the Kusals today, it was the Pereiras. 97 Sri Lanka in all sorts. The way it was constructed, that's what stands out for me. Thisara Perera going on to play probably his best knock. Maiden T20 half-century.
We had a very unique situation today. They played a pure left-arm spinner. Bangladesh, Nazmul Islam, didn't bowl a single over. I was trying to remember when the last time I saw something like that happening, and that was Adil Rashid for England. They played him, didn't bowl him a single over. It was against India in a T20 at Kanpur. Oh, nice shot. Gone very fine. He's run a lot. Oh, he's cramped up badly. That's Nuwan Pradeep there trying to go after the ball.
Oh dear, doesn't look good at all. Sri Lanka down on a seamer, down on 2 seamers actually. Oh, just there. He's been plagued with injuries. He's not had a smooth run.
Make a comeback. What amazes me, the way Kusal Perera bats. When you read the coaching manuals, when you talk to the coaches, they'll ask you to play your cut shot and pull shot at arm's length. Seems like he's cramped, but still able to hit sixes. But that's a loss for Sri Lanka.
Not so sure, Amir. I just feel for him because he's got a long history with injuries.
Yeah, the first time sort of he held his round that calf here behind the knee, and then he seemed to get up and wanting to continue. Thought it was about to cramp, but the way he's being taken off the field now seems like it might be a little more serious than that. Those days are gone, right? When you used to have stretchers come onto the ground, take players off. 3 is gone. It's 26 for 1. Yeah, we've got the batting talent of Sabbir Rahman. There's a couple of others as well.
70s, outstanding 70s to Mushfiqur Rahim.
There's a fielder there. Should be a couple of runs, not more.
A well-controlled punch from Tamim Dhananjay De Silva on the field for Nuwan Pradeep. Try to keep Mushfiqur Rahim away from Brett Lee earlier today. He reckons going up to Brett Lee and shaking his hand before the game is his good luck charm.
Ball.
So did he manage to get a shake hand?
Well, I prevented it happening out here, but Mushfiqur quietly told me, I've already done it. Fantastic atmosphere here at the R. Premadasa Stadium. Sri Lanka also bringing them alive with that fight back.
Yeah, they were looking glum at 41 for 5. Straight to the fielder. It's gone through him. That's a misfield. Got to say in the end, wasn't that easy a stop, but should have been stopped.
That's a bad miss. Already Sri Lanka 20 runs short in this game, and then your fielder does this, can be irritating and costly.
Amilo Ponsu, the left armer, not helping out his spin twin. Whatever score you have, you just can't afford that because it just takes the wind out of the sails when something like that does happen.
Yeah, it was a dot ball that gone for 4. That's a lot of damage in T20 cricket. Well ball, fumble, but in the nick of time, removes the bails. Kusal Pereira with the gloves this time.
Can you keep him out of the game, Kusal Pereira? No, you can't. He's too talented for that.
Pereira's everywhere. Pereira's taking catches, Pereira's taking stumpings. Slow. That's a beautiful off spinner. Dipping on Sabbir Rahman. The juggle because it was off the pad.
Exactly. So in the end, you've got to say that was a very good take. It's a deflection off the pad.
It's a big one. He was looking dangerous. 13 to Sabbir Rahman, 33 for 2.
What a match this is turning out to be. A virtual semi-final of the Hero Nidahas Trophy 2018. Sri Lanka getting 159 for 7, Bangladesh 33 for 2. The hero from the last 2 nights is back on his favorite ground. Mushfiqur, a couple of 70s coming into this match. And the crowd is alive. Every seat taken here at the Premadasa. Sri Lanka at the moment seems to be on top.
He's off the mark straight away. When Sri Lanka were batting, fast bowlers 4 for 101 in 10 overs. The spinners 2 for 54 in 10. 34 for 2 at the moment.
Another look. We'll come back to that. That's the stumping. Samila Ponso continues with a slip in. Have a look. Great piece of work. Good stumping. I think the key will be is the pace the spinners would attempt to bowl on this surface. Should be looking to bowl too quickly.
No, they're getting a bit of grip as well. So clearly, I think if they slow it down, get a little more bounce, they'll be far more effective.
So he's shaken Brett by his hand. So that's his lucky move. More swing.
I don't put the mocker on him. He said to me 3 games ago that he shook my hand and I wished him luck, and he got a big score, and then he came up the other evening, shook my hand again. I said, you'll do well. And tonight he goes, I've got to shake your hand again. So I said, mate, anyway, you call it. He's on strike. I'm not saying a word from now on.
Down the wicket, over the top. Brett Lee was as nervous as the batsman, I think.
Well, he's shaking hands with you is making a difference, because if he hadn't, then it would have been straight into that mid-off's hands. Now it's gone over his head for a boundary.
He's not been dismissed in the tournament. In fact, just once, I've been told. Pamela Poncho into the side. He didn't play in the first 3 games, or in fact, the first 2 games. Into his third, did play a game against Bangladesh. The second T20 that he played. He's drifting onto the pads. He's a different kind of left-arm spinner. He's not the orthodox, but he tends to bowl it a little bit quicker, tends to angle it in.
And it's because of the seam position. It's not that normal, beautiful seam that you see straight up. It's more of a UFO on the side. So you get a lot of side spin. The ball will skid through. And you won't get that traditional bounce and turn what you get from a normal spinner.
It's going to be drinks after this singles taken, and Brett, you can tell us what UFO means after that. 41 for 2.
Well, that's where the game is. Sri Lanka made a very creditable 159 for 7, recovering from 5 down for very little. Bangladesh at the moment in 5 overs of 41 for 2. Lots of action. Lots of action. Yes. Why not? She could move as well. And that's a different kind of a movement.
Roshan, that's you, mate. Good skills. Been good, hasn't it?
I'll tell you, Sri Lankans know to dance. And they're very good at that. Let's take a look at the 2 dismissals. This is the first one. Nidahas is reaching for a delivery right at the off stump. And then look at this, how it dipped. Good piece of stumping because it deflected off the pad. Had to collect it and whip the bails off. 2 very important wickets for the Sri Lankans. And Thisara Perera coming on. Bowling with a slip, Thisara Perera. He's got 2 men out on the boundary, 3rd man out in square leg because still in the power plays. Well, this is another. No introduction. He was amongst us as well.
Yes, very good evening. Good food, very good food, good company, very good evening. And the occasion was a lovely occasion. I said it earlier, 70 years of Sri Lankan cricket, 70 years of Sri Lanka's independence. A wonderful occasion. Brett, did you enjoy the evening? You were not at our table, so you could have been. There were so many tables.
Well, Sunny Bay, I was tucked up early into bed. Big game on today, and I was doing my preparation, making sure that we're got all the stats right.
The true professional.
Absolutely, but you've got 3 deliveries to explain what UFO stands. You bowled the UFO.
The UFO is an unidentified flying object, which means the way that the seam position goes in a circular motion, like a flying saucer, for those at home that don't know what a UFO is.
There'll be a couple in that. I've got to say, coming from an Australian, it was a little disappointing explanation. I thought the UFO coming from an Australian would be a little more spicy.
And might sound a bit more different.
That's all I had, unfortunately. That's all I had.
Just pushing it around. This spell, just trying to get into their rhythm. Mushfiq, he's got 12 of 10, but he realizes that this partnership is important. Bangladesh can't afford to lose another quick wicket.
And at the moment, they're well within the asking grade. They're scoring at 7.89. The asking grade is 8. So they're in sight of the asking grade. And in T20 cricket, if you've got wickets in hand towards the end, you can really smash it around. What a shot. Beautiful shot. Just leant back a little bit and whacked it. It's bringing up the half century of the Bangladesh chase, 50 for 2.
So Danushka Gunatilaka, who can be very useful with his off-spin coming on, with the field restrictions off. Now Sri Lanka's dependency on spin in this game is understandable. You've seen this pitch slow, and at the comparative stage, Sri Lanka way behind Bangladesh, 35 for 4. It became even worse with that 5th wicket down.
And also, I think with Nuwan Pradeep off the field, it's one bowler short as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. Just a little short, a little bit wide. And Tamim Iqbal is a class player.
Slicing off the outside edge. There's something for the spinners on the surface, there's no doubt about it. It's topping a bit. I also feel that it's gripping a little bit.
And it's the lack of pace. I think it's they're probably taking about 3 to 5 Ks off the spinners tonight, and it's really been affecting the pace off the wicket first, but also the turn.
Wants a single here. Just pushing it a little bit through quicker. He's got a man on the point boundary, long off out. Long on out as well. That's what he generally does. Tends to go wide of the crease, tends to sort of slide it in. Not a big spinner on the ball, but he tends to mix it up with his pace.
Gets through his over pretty quickly as well. And he's got that one that comes out the front of the hand too. Just trying to hurry through these overs he is.
Definitely heard a sound, but that was just slipping down the leg side. It's called a wide. So missed the batsman. Sri Lanka will have to be a little bit wary of, not that they've bowled many, but they'll have to be very careful. No extra runs here. Oh, that's poor. That is very expensive. Slipping down the leg side. The keeper just couldn't get his body behind it.
And when you're not a big spinner of the ball, with the angle, bowling to a left-hander, it's generally going to go straight on, and there's been no grip there. And that's a costly miss. Oh, that line he's saying, please.
Brilliant. Good commitment. He's a wonderful fielder. That's the type of shot fielding that will lift the side. Look at that. The sort of fielding that will really pump the rest of the fielders.
Once again, just going for that angle into the leg side. So it might be a ploy just to try to cramp the batsman up to a Nick Bale.
Look at where he gets to the ball this series against the spinners. Uses his feet well to very good effect. Also uses the crease. But he's generally getting onto the front, trying to meet the ball as soon as it lands. That's been his strength. It's 59 for 2.
So 59 for 2 in 7 overs. We're going to see a bit more spin from this end. Pereira goes off after that solitary over. Akila Dhananjaya back for his third. The captain will be tempted to use the spinners, but the Sri Lankans have just 3 spinners. They can get 12 overs in.
Also recognizing that Dhananjaya is your best spinner, and Bangladesh have got their 2 most experienced batsmen at the crease, so they can break this partnership. Sri Lanka will certainly put pressure on Bangladesh.
Yeah, he's been used as an attacking option here. Akila Dhananjaya bowls during the power plays.
And what that does then, that actually opens up the back end of play for Bangladesh when they're chasing the 15th, 16th over onwards. They've got some seamers to contend with. And that's where they got hurt in their innings.
Oh, could be trouble. Oh, that misses. Loves the batsman. An extra milliseconds for a single, but one bowler that we haven't spoken about is Jeevan Mendis. We'll come to that, but another look at this. Could have been serious had Mushfiq moved a few more yards down the track, but Jeevan Mendis is another option. He bowls leg spin. So Sri Lanka has 4 spinners with the off spin of Gunatilaka. Interesting to see at what point Jeevan Mendis could be brought on, because he's also an attacking option as a leg spinner.
Right on cue, he's starting to warm up.
This is very high and very long. Excellent shot. It's the first 6 of the innings.
What a wonderful stroke. I thought for a second there that he got beaten in flight. Gave himself some room and went through with a shot. Great connection, and it flew the boundary.
Yes, terrific shot. Wonderful use of the feet as well. Really, really good use of the feet. Dhananjaya thought for a moment that he had him. And you were right. I think he was maybe beaten a little bit in flight, but he continued with the shot and played it with a magnificent straight bat, lofted off drive for a 6.
What Bangladesh has done very cleverly here is that they have maintained a good rate. Been the dot delivery, but shots like this has just made sure. You're right, I think he was beaten in the flight. So they've already got 10 runs in the over.
This is a killer. It's a 9. To the right hand is where he's landed the ball. And he's got 2 poles already, 2 wickets. And this is the left-handers. Been pretty consistent.
.69 for 2, 8 was completed.
Couple of things very quickly. One is right to the tournament, we've seen this pitch get better batting second. The odd maybe exception. So that score of 159 that we look at, Sri Lanka got on a pitch that had a little more spinners. So I just wonder whether that's secure a score as we think. Or we think it's a good score because of the recovery. Senej, he wanted the single, the run. They've got to be careful with the running, these two. Been a couple of mishaps already. Not costing them too much. I find Jeevan Mendes a wrist version of Kedar Jadhav. Very side arm in the way he bowls.
As long as this pair is there, the pair of Tamim Iqbal and Mushfiqur Rahim, Bangladesh will feel that they are in with a chance to partnership 36 of 29. But they need to carry on. We know how well Mushfiqur Rahim has played so far in this tournament. So it's time for Tamim Iqbal to deliver. 33 of 24. Can he bat deep?
And it's time for Jeevan Mendes to deliver for his side, because he's been awfully quiet throughout this tournament.
So what was he trying to say? Was he saying that please stay out of my way as I try and get that single? Finally, there's a single. Was that a chance of a run out? So almost desperation there on the fourth ball after 3 dot balls to get a single, get a run on the board.
That's what it does. The dot delivery creates the pressure. Direct hit would have been curtained. Thisara Perera missing it. Certainly would have been on his way back to the pavilion. Tamim Iqbal.
All the signs, this match of being a real nail biter. This knockout match. Theoretically a league game, but it's a knockout game. It's a semi-final to get through to the finals for both teams. There's the wrist version of Kedar Jadhav. Just the 3 runs from the over. 72 for 2. I like this move because you can get too caught up with this idea of bowling spin on a pitch where you think there's something for the spinners. Let's not forget the seam bowlers as well. Siru Udana will make use of the slowness of the pitch. It's unfortunate one. Pradeep is hampered to bowl, so there might be just that one-dimensional attack from Sri Lanka today. All spin. It's important to get these seamers whenever possible, just to break it a little bit. Played a few matches, 16 matches. Just a real package of slow deliveries is Siru Udana. Starts off with a seam up, you would think, just to get warmed up before we see the bag of tricks from him.
Yeah, it can be a tricky customer. You talk about the variety that he has in his repertoire. Also important for both the batsmen Tamim Iqbal and Mushfiqur Rahim to go on, carry on. They're playing with an extra batsman. Bangladesh today, Shakib Al Hasan in. At this stage, look at the difference. 73 for 2 compared to Sri Lanka 47 for 5. Absolutely. But what a turnaround after that big partnership between Thisara Perera and Kushal. Really did a world of good for Sri Lanka. Wickets in hand will be the key for Bangladesh. They got to bat deeper and get closer to that target with wickets in hand.
Nice shot. Lots of power in it. He'll get 4 runs. The man in form. And once again, you see room from a seam bowler.
Shot in height, Mushfiq, but not shot in stature. Likes them here, just back of the length. Very strong, square on the offside and on the onside. Bit of room outside the off stump, a gift.
That's a cracking shot. Because of the fact that the bowler had presented him a wide delivery and took him on gleefully. Struck that well. Now this is good cricket. Single from the first ball, then a boundary and looking to rotate the strike with left and right hand combination in the middle for Bangladesh. It's a very good partnership, also growing. 45 now of 36. Important for them to just carry on because required run rate is 7.81. Originally, when they started to chase, it was 8 runs an over. So it's gone down.
Yeah, boundary shot zone was the seam. Straight to the fielder. Missed an opportunity. Fine leg inside the circle. Couple of meters here and there. That fielder.
Good field placing though, Sanjay.
The boundary shot zone was seen this series. Anything around the off stump or just a wide of off stump has been very effective to put that away to the boundary, especially squares out on the offside.
There comes that slow delivery. That boundary of Mushfiqur Rahim is another reminder that this pitch gets easier batting second. The ball tends to come onto the bat a lot more. Back of the hand, that is one of his variations.
Both these batsmen need to realize that if they bat on here, the batting seems to be getting easier and easier. So really don't want to take unnecessary risks. They've already picked up 7 runs. They need almost 8 runs in an over. They need to bat sensibly.
Just like that, you mean? 10 overs gone, 80 for 2. The original rate was 8 per over, and the required rate as well 8 an over. And in T20 parlance, I hope they're just relaxing on the covers, that's all. 8 runs and over. Not a big ask for batsmen in this format. So when you look at it, Athar, with 8 runs needed, 8 wickets in hand, it's just about keeping your head down and collecting singles, the odd boundary here and there. But I guess saying this is easier than actually doing it, because T20 you get that urge to hit one big shot in the middle.
Yeah, it's the nerves. You got to keep calm and carry on. And you also would want to see the 2 batsmen in the crease doing the job for the country. Don't leave it behind for the rest of them. There is Shakib Al Hasan. So there are batsmen to come in next, Mahmudullah. But once there's a pair who's putting up a good little partnership, make it a bigger one. Bat deeper, bat sensibly. Boundaries will come, but I think it's also the way they batted, especially in the previous over. But picking up the singles were also very crucial.
Easy does it, Sanjay.
It's called for 2. And then says no, right call.
See, as a batsman, when you ask to take 1 chance in an over, especially when you are chasing, it's not a lot of ask in T20 cricket, in contemporary cricket. Just 1 boundary, take 1 chance, and few singles, you're there. That was a good delivery, deceiving the batsman.
Was that an outside edge there? His slider. Yep. Deflection quite significant, so those are the slightly more difficult ones for the keeper to take, but definite outside edge there.
Ball.
A few things have happened. The 50 runs partnership has come up. We've also got Mushfiqur reaching 1,000 runs in T20 International, 3rd Bangladeshi player after Tamim and Shakib to reach 1,000 T20 International runs.
He's having a wonderful time with the bat, Mushfiqur Rahim. Picked up the single and he will keep strike. 5 runs in that over. After 11, Bangladesh 85 for 2.
Bowling changes have been interesting. We saw Bangladesh having 2 pure left-arm spinners, just bowl them a couple of overs, and seems like Akela is going to bowl his 4th over right now. So they're trying to finish their off-spinner very early in the innings.
Introduction of Akela tells me that Pereira is looking for a wicket. He's desperate for a wicket. This partnership is threatening now.
Well, he's the only bowler who's picked up wickets. He's picked up both wickets so far, so he's gone back to Akila Dhananjaya to ensure that whether he can pick up another wicket and break this partnership, because this partnership is looking dangerous. Both these batsmen are looking settled, looking good, and not taking too many chances at that. I think they're batting sensibly at the moment.
Likes to use his feet.
Good partnership between these two. Once again, showing their ability. Desperation creeping in. No boundary was found in the previous over, and 3 good deliveries.
Tamim Amir clearly showing his displeasure with his non-striking partner. Done the right thing. He's calming his partner. I'm happy that that single wasn't taken. It's been an issue, the running between these two. Goes quick. Good fielding. Well done.
Exactly what Thisara Pereira wanted the bowler to do. He's bowled 4 deliveries and he's given away with just a single run. Good fielding from Thisara Pereira, leading from the front in the field. And that's what can happen when you create pressure. Then you force the batsman to hit a big shot where you don't really want to do that.
Let's see what happens now. There it is. Well done. It was a bit too wide and he saw it coming.
Well, there was a feeling, Sanjay, something is going to give. Interesting passage of play.
Calmness prevailed. They might come back for the second. Good cricket this. Best to play Dhananjaya off. He's in his final ball of his spell. He's been the wicket taker, the troublemaker. Just see him off.
Yeah, spot on, Sanjay. Absolutely spot on. Don't give him the wicket. That's what you don't want to do.
Having said that, where has this gone? Oh, just sails over the boundary rope. Seemed like he had mistimed it slightly, but it wasn't the case. Still enough power. So 6 to finish the over. 12 overs gone. It's 95 for 2.
Seven bowlers used. We won't see Pradeep again. He hobbled off after that first over. Akila Dhananjaya has bowled out. What an end to his spell. Tamim Iqbal. For a while, Bangladesh seemed to be just happy to knock it around, but suddenly sprung into action. He's on to 47. 62 or 52, this partnership.
And Mushfiqur has played a controlled innings. He's not tried anything ambitious. Tamim Iqbal, that was from the Spider camp. He's played a couple of shots like these. In spite of Akila Dhananjaya pushing the ball outside the tram line, when he saw him coming, still ran at him. That was gutsy.
Still happy to knock it around, get closer. Wickets in hand, Bangladesh. A wonderful chase.
And as you said, they're one bowler short. 64 or 47. You don't need to try anything drastic right now.
Who can Sri Lanka turn to if they want a wicket? That's the problem. Dhananjaya is bowled out. Isuru Udana and Thisara Pereira are the other two options. Few questions to be answered from Thisara Pereira, the captain's point of view. Got him! Just as I was saying that, Pereira takes a catch.
Well, it was nicely tossed up, a little bit wide of the stumps as well, anticipating that Mushfiqur would charge down the pitch. And he did that. He wasn't quite able to keep the ball along the ground. The ball was traveling. He hit it sweetly. He hit it hard. You can see that nicely tossed up. And looking to make a bit of room, and good catch there by the captain to get rid of Bangladesh's in-form batsman. Mushfiqur is gone. He turned the match around. The previous time the Sri Lankan and Bangladeshi teams played against each other. He's gone for 28. 97 for 3 now.
He's been struggling for form in this tournament. Bangladesh, they still have a lot of batting to come. Generally good numbers, opens the batting. Came in at 3, now he finds himself at 5. Off the mark straight away. Still Shakib Al Hasan, Mohammedullah Riyad. 2 big plays left in the hat.
Yes, but this is a big wicket because he's the man in form. Mushfiqur, he had taken Bangladesh home.
That was trying to get the Cobra to dance. There we go. But clever variation from Amil Oponsu. He bowls from way behind, from near the stumps. So that does Mushfiqur ring the length. Overs gone. Bangladesh, they get up to 100. It's 100 for 3. $60 required. Tamim Iqbal's there on 49, holding it together. This is the dismissal. Another type of variation. Brilliant. Something different to get the batsman something more to think about. Oh yes. We're going to see a lot of that.
It's crucial that Soumya Sarkar, who's come ahead of Shakib Al Hasan or Mohammedullah at this juncture, needs to turn the strike over. You can't put too much pressure or allow pressure to come on Tamim. Tamim has been going well.
Picked it up late in the deep. Kusal Mendes gives Shomusaka the opportunity to come back for 2. There he goes. He didn't see it, he says. But this stage, Danushka Gunatilaka, he's making up overs. So you can't let him get away for 3 or 4 runs and over.
The previous over was a good over. 5 runs and a wicket. Sri Lanka bowl overs like that, 5 runs and over. For the next 5 overs, 4-5 overs, they'll certainly put pressure. What Bangladesh will be looking to do is stick the 1s, stick the 2s.
That's 50. Tamim Iqbal. 41 balls, 4 4s and 2 6s. This is actually his first 15 innings. So he's had a quiet time in terms of converting those into bigger scores. First 50 versus Sri Lanka in 7 innings. They played against each other quite a bit for the last year or so. His 6th half century in T20 internationals. 50 plus scores, that is. 5 off 5 balls. Very important last delivery, Sunny.
Yes, absolutely. So far, such a good over. Asking rate now. Nearing 9.
Got him! He's nicked that. Tamim Iqbal. Massive, massive blow. Kusal Pereira juggled with it once again, but he hangs on.
Good thinking by the bowler. anticipating that now that he's got to a half century, he'll try and come and play the inside out lofted shot. He bowled it just a little bit wide. He gets a thick edge, and that's why it was difficult for the wicketkeeper. But it bounces off the glove straight up, and Gunatilake is elated. Why not? Because the half centurion is making the walk back to the pavilion. He's gone for 50, 105 for 4.
Yeah, it's tense here at the R. Premadasa Stadium. Sri Lanka clawing their way back in. They picked up the 2 set batsmen. Good take by Kusal Pereira.
Well, he bowled it flat, anticipating this shot. It hits Kusal on the shoulder, bounces onto the gloves, but he keeps his eye on the ball. He's played that shot well before.
Extra run. Just a little clumsy.
Well, let's have a look at the catch again. He's gone to play the inside out. It's hit him on the shoulder and then bounced, but he's kept his eye on the ball.
Just as he was about to deliver that ball, Russell, I was just thinking, hopefully Tamim keeps his cool. He's got to his 50, needs to be there till the end. And then a rush of blood. He had been trying that shot for quite a while against the off-spinners. Sometimes you send a message which the bowler can see that you're trying to run at him.
Always the last ball of the over. Think of Akila Dhananjay's previous over. He's running at the last ball. But this is good. Couple of 2s, just working those gaps. Get a little bit of momentum back into the innings. Required rate now about 9.5. Look at how quickly it rises. You just mentioned it was less than 9 maybe a few balls ago.
Yeah, Punso bowled a good over. Do you think he could have possibly continued with him because you've got a left-hander and... Oh, is that another catch? He's given him.
He's given him. So Sri Lanka get another. It's been given out, caught behind, I believe. But he's walking off. He's not reviewing it. Bangladesh still do have a review up their sleeve. The Roman. Oh, big edge. Big edge onto the pads. Suddenly, the ball turning Sri Lanka's way.
Yes, looking to work the ball away to the onside, getting a thick inside edge. Good catch in the end. 10 to Sarkar, under 9 for 5.
Can you believe it? Both batsmen out in the middle, still to face the ball. Shakib Al Hasan, the captain, walks out.
Been an interesting passage of play. Things have definitely turned. Shakib Al Hasan playing the first game of the tournament is off the mark. It's 5 runs after this over, 110 for 5.
Ran 10 for 5. Tamim Iqbal, Mushfiqur Rahim dismissed in quick succession, and now Bangladesh have a lot to do. 50 off 30 required. Jeevan Mendes. Five dismissals. Pereira's playing a part in all 5. Very, very loud here in Colombo. Did think we'd see Shakib Al Hasan into bat a lot earlier with his experience.
Absolutely. As the captain, as somebody who's been playing T20 cricket all around the world, one would have thought that he would promote himself up the order. He's coming to bat at the fall of the 4th wicket at number 6. Beg your pardon, he's coming to bat at 7.
First ball to Mahmudullah Riyad, and he deals with it in style.
There's a bit of a fumble that Sri Lanka could have done without. Fielded it really well to get to the ball, but then look at that.
Has he picked the gap? Kusal Mendes this time does really well.
He definitely made his intentions clear, Mahmudullah. The first one was over long on. Second one towards deep mid-wicket. Both of them were travelling. Well done there by Kusal Mendes. Just restricting it to just 1 run.
He's had to wait over 10 balls before he could take strike. Musakar and then Shakib Al Hasan facing a few. Again, 8 off the Gunatilak over. The last ball coming up. So he's ball 3. That would be Nuwan Pradeep's overs out of the way. Pereira, Isuru Udana, Tisara Pereira, that is. Goes big. Won't find the fence, but still keeps the scoreboard moving. So Riyad looking for that boundary all the time. 120 for 5.
Well, into the last 4 overs and 40 runs. That's what Bangladesh needs. They got 5 wickets standing and 2 experienced players. Jeevan Mendes. Shakib starts off on the bounce to long off. Good evening, Arthur, and good evening, Brett.
Good evening all, good evening Roshan, good evening Brett. Yes, Bangladesh need 39 from 23. Shakib Al Hasan and Mahmudullah in the crease. Going good at 97 for 2 at one stage, and all of a sudden they lost 3 very quick wickets. Set batsmen already back in the hut. It's not going to be easy, but it's still very much possible.
Super over maybe, gents.
Well bowled, very well bowled. I've been impressed with the way Jeevan Mendes have looked to flight it. He's not pushed it through quicker. Very different. Look at the loop and the turn.
It's a very interesting leave, that.
Running the first run hard. They're coming back for 2. Good cricket. Very good cricket by Bangladesh. Really good understanding.
Yeah, they've run well. The moment the ball has gone into the deep, they've run back, run the first one very hard and come back for the second one. It's important that they keep on taking and pushing the fielders in the deep. Boundaries will come once in a while, but they need a partnership here. They need these 2 batsmen to kick on.
Mahmudullah, that is a very good shot. Straight down the ground. That's a shot with authority.
And also a low-risk shot. Used his feet very, very well. Got to the line and the pitch of the ball. And a beautiful swing straight. It's like a golf swing off the first tee.
Yeah, good use of the feet also. Dead straight. Terrific shot from Mahmudullah. Already 9 runs in this over. They need also to bat sensibly.
They got plenty of experience out there in the middle. Mahmudullah and Shakib Al Hasan. They couldn't have asked for a better pair of batsmen at this stage, Bangladesh.
Well, if that pair of Mushfiqur Rahim and Tamim Iqbal would have still batted, they would still have wicket in hand, and it could have been a little bit more easier. Having said that, it's important that this pair continues to bat through till the very end and raises some sort of hope for Bangladesh.
So 10 off the over so far, and they're above the required rate. Jivan's been good, 1 for 23. He's about to bowl his last ball of his spell.
So this is a big over, very big over, 11 runs off it. It's 131 for 5. Well, the two worms, the Sri Lankan worm, you could see that it had dipped and then started to move up. The two worms hugging each other at this stage. So very little in it in terms of comparison, just 4 runs the difference. Sri Lanka at this stage 127 for 5. Magnificent crowd, I must tell you. The Nidahas trophy, the hero Nidahas trophy has been very well attended and well supported and followed closely by Sri Lankan fans. And there you are, they're turning up in their numbers.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Really, really good vibe here. Talk on the street is that they've enjoyed the tournament, seen some wonderful cricket. And the supporters, they're out in their drones.
Yeah, at one stage, Bangladesh was looking very good indeed. 97 for 2 when Tamim Iqbal and Mushfiqur Rahim were batting. And all of a sudden, they lost Mushfiqur Rahim. That's when I thought that Tamim Iqbal should have just taken a little bit more time. And he got out immediately. So did Somo Sharkar. So that 3 wicket can hurt Bangladesh badly. I mentioned that is still with a chance. Let's see what this pair is capable of doing.
Udan it is. Starts off with a full delivery. Just can't allow this pair to go on. It's all about wickets.
And it's a pretty good start, right up in the block hole. And that's a genuine Yorker. And that's where he wants to be. That's a very, very good option. At 1, take a wicket, and 2, stop the flow of runs to Sri Lankan bowling. Killer, 2 for 37. He was a little bit expensive, but picked up 2 crucial wickets. Jeevan there as well in the bottom, 1 for 24 of his fault.
He's taking a little bit of time to ensure that he gets the right fielder in the right places. Now the mid-offs are coming inside the circle, still having a little bit of discussion. It's been a long time to set the field. Now he's pointing whether he wants that fielder to go back to long off. He's got him in first, and now he's sending him back.
That is sensible against Udana, who keeps mixing it up. Mid-off inside the circle would have been serious. Would have been a serious risk for Sri Lanka.
Yeah, can't afford to bowl down the leg side now because the fielder is inside the circle, 2 fielders behind square.
Slashes it down to third man. That's again the wide Yorker. So he's had the right intention, going for that full length delivery.
Yeah, gone the wide line Yorker. I wouldn't mind seeing third man come a little bit finer though if he's going to continue with that to the right-handed batsman. Should keep the left-hander on strike now. Going to change in the field as well.
Just having that man inside the circle, that short third man, but he's got the men out on the offside at long off and extra cover. Long on out as well. Another single. Now that could have been a wide had he missed it.
Well, I thought that he missed his opportunity there. Shakib Al Hasan could have been a boundary as well because there was only 1 fielder there in that direction. He picked that man, went straight at him. Important, so very crucial for Bangladesh. The batsmen need to strike well when there is an opportunity. Just the 3 singles in this over so far.
And this is what brings the big shot. This is where he'll be thinking now. I've got to go big. This is the time. So, huge ball.
Let's see. Nicely driven. Might be a couple here. So far, Sri Lanka wouldn't mind this. They've just conceded 5 runs off 4 balls.
Not a bad delivery as well. You mentioned about bowling it fuller, just a little bit wider. He played that nicely, just the 2 runs in that over. And as Brittle quite rightly said, that especially in this situation, if you've not picked up a boundary, your batsman will be thinking to play a big shot, and that's when the trouble can really happen. If the batsman miscue the shot and hit something in the air.
Goes over cover. Again on the bounce. They're certainly looking to go hard at that one.
This has been a very, very good over. Only 6 from it. Didn't quite get the exact length he wanted. The line was good. Just the length which allowed the batsman to get underneath it. So you got 2 captains out there at the moment. One vice and one new captain batting for Bangladesh.
23 from 13. 1 ball to be bowled in this over.
Need to finish strong. It's Rudana. Oh! Straight down the man's throat. That's a massive wicket. Shakib Al Hasan has picked the fieldsman on the boundary. He can't believe it. The bowler. That was on the pads. Timed perfectly. But my goodness me, how vital will this wicket be?
It's a big wicket. It is a big, big wicket. We were talking about just when we thought that maybe the batsmen were thinking to pick up and try to hit a boundary. It's not a bad shot, a pickup shot, but look at what he has done. It's picked up one single fielder and it straight went up to him. Sakela picks up the wicket, takes the catch and sends back Shakib Al Hasan. Shakib will be disappointed. Gone for 7. Bangladesh spot a bowler at 6 down for 137.
Bangladesh 137 for 6. Nothing in it really. So they got 23 of 12. This is Shakib Al Hasan's wicket.
Well, he picked him out. Great catch, and there we have it. The cobbler.
That's the signature celebration for Nazmul Islam. Whenever he's picked up a wicket in BPL, we saw him doing that, celebrating the wicket by doing that cobra dance.
Yeah, he hasn't bowled, so the Sri Lankans are making up for it. Yeah, but what a game this has been. Magnificent game. Certainly fit to be a semi-final. The pendulum has been swinging. It was swinging firmly in favour of Bangladesh earlier on.
Still not over until it's over, Roshan. 23 from 12 now.
Yes, indeed, I do agree. 23 of 12, anything could happen. Pereira it is, the captain. That's into the gap. They'll want 2 here. They'll come back for 2. They got 2 off the first ball.
A lot of energy at the field and also up here in the commentary box. Sitting between these two. It's exciting cricket. And the crowd have enjoyed it. No matter what happens tonight, the crowd thoroughly enjoyed this contest. Slipped the ways out of the blocks very quickly. And the heady, good work from him.
Tremendous atmosphere at the ground. My goodness, the crowd's gone wild. There you are. That's what I'm talking about. Everyone's behind the Sri Lankans. Oh, well bowled. Very well bowled. Now, that's what he does very well with that square arm action. He tends to do that in the death overs.
And what that does do, it allows him to get some reverse swing happening. That little round arm, just a little bit of tail back in right at the death there, and it was the length that allowed him to do that.
Yeah, the experience of Tisara Pereira. Brilliant stuff from him. He knows how important it is not to leak away runs. You've got to target the stumps and make sure that he doesn't allow Mahmudullah to free his arms.
Another good one. That low foot toss. They'll want a second and running on the misfield. That's a bit of pressure on the fielder. but this has turned out to be a good over so far. 4 runs of the first 3.
Or just smart bowling, that's all it is. He just put the ball up in the block hole, and they're very, very hard to get away, especially when the batsman's not prepared to play the lap shot. If he's going to play the lap shot, then you have to adjust your length as a bowler. But beautiful areas. Yorker's spot on.
He's tried twice and he's hit the target quite nicely. But if he misses the length, then there's an opportunity for the batsman to free his arms. Let's see whether he gets an opportunity or not. 19 from 9 now.
Certainly it's good. It's hotting up here, I can tell you.
I'm stuck in the middle here, folks.
That's, oh, just over the bat, a short fine leg. How crucial will that boundary be?
Very crucial and an important one. Right time to pick up a boundary. 15 from 8. Now with a chance. A boundary comes, pin drop silence. That is a terrific shot from Mahmudullah.
I was just talking about that lap sweep, and there it is. So he might be convinced now to change his field. That's a terrific shot under pressure. Will fine leg go back?
Well, he remains there because he's have to bowl wide of the off stump. Oh, this time square. Will it go all the way? Kusal Mendes, the umpire would want to take a look. And they're coming back for 3. This is excellent. 3 runs of that.
Yeah, wonderful cricket all round, and I think it's a tremendous bit of work on the deep square. I think he's got this all right. He made great ground. Yeah, that's fine at the moment. It's when he picks the ball up here. That's good.
That's very good. Not only very good from the fielder, but also very good from Mahmudullah. Really good work in the deep. Don't think he had any part of the body hitting those triangles, but he had released the ball. Looks okay. Looks fine, but first 3 deliveries, 4 runs. Next to 7 runs. Very good. Now he has to bat sensibly. Look for a single, maybe a couple of runs. Don't try to hit a big shot here.
Running with it. Direct hit. How close is that? They've gone upstairs.
We have a rebel for
The
a
body
run out.
language
Just
doesn't
give me
seem
your
to suggest
best
too
square
much.
on shot. Because hitting the batsman's outside his ground, you can load out, out, out.
Well, it didn't look that close to me. I thought he had got in, but always direct hits. And he's so tight. And what this has done is the new batsman will have to take the new over. Mahmudullah he'll be at the non-strikers, and now that's a massive challenge. So he's gone for naught. Run out. It's 148 for 7. So they need 12 runs in the last over. Now looking at Bangladesh's record, most they've scored to win again in the last over has been 9. But look at this. This is what we're talking about. Straight to the fielder and a direct hit out by a few inches. And what this has done to Bangladesh is that the new batsman has to take the new over. And then look at what Mahmudullah does. He's not happy. He's not happy. And they're asking for a catch. It's a swing and a miss. And they're reviewing it.
Yep. Tim, we have a referral for a caught behind. On-field decision is not out. Can we have the front foot first? Yeah, front foot's fine. Fair delivery. We'll move on to front on, please. Okay. Okay. Can you rock and roll that? Oh, give me the side on. Yeah, give me the side on shot. Yeah, we go to alter hedge. Okay, ball is clearly missing the glove here. Flat line. We'll go back to the umpire, Tim. Wimbless, you're on screen. You can stay with your decision.
So the decision is not out, but the Sri Lankans will be pleased is they have got through a dot ball. Now it's 5 balls to go and 12 runs to game. What about that now? He's gone upstairs again. How close could that be? They were running for a bye. Well, he's gone. He is run out. So Bangladesh loses another one.
And I'm just concerned here about the height of the ball. There's no issue with the run out. The run out's out. 2 bounces back to back. Was it a no ball? Just discussing as we speak. Oh, this is a huge part of the game, this.
Well, certainly Mahmudullah having a word with the umpire, but what it has done is that Mahmudullah is on strike. So he's gone. Mustafizur Rahman goes run out for naught. Bangladesh still need 12 from 4.
There's a lot of drama happening here. Well, what's happening here? What are they trying to do, Shakib Al Hasan? They don't seem to be happy. And he's calling the batsman back. Now that is a very serious thing that he's trying to do here.
Oh, there's a lot of tension on the ground. And they just all need to settle down a little bit. It looks as though he wants to call them off. Shakib Al Hasan has called his teammates off.
Well, this is not what someone would have looked forward to. A couple of short pitch deliveries, a lot of things happening in the middle, and in the end, it seems that they want them off the field, but they're still hanging around. They still have 4 balls to play, and they are in with a chance. They need only 12 runs to win. Now, what's going on here? Let's just concentrate on the game. I know maybe you can get a little bit emotional, but you got to stand your ground and act sensibly.
Yeah, I agree, Atta. I couldn't have agreed more with you. These are 2 friendly nations, and after all, these are a game of cricket only. Yes, you can be emotionally charged, but you should not let the situation get the better of you. And let's also not forget that these are celebrities, the world's watching. So he's not happy. He's not happy.
Well, the big concern here is that with the two bounces back to back, the first one I thought was a legal ball. The second one, I want to see another replay and make sure that it's gone over the head high. And the issue that they've got is they're saying that there's two balls that have been too high. So there should have been a no ball.
And absolutely, that's what I think the Bangladesh camp feels, that they've not been awarded a no ball. It's just not the no ball. What it does, it's also a free hit. And Mahmudullah is on strike. Let's see what happens. He's not happy at all.
Well, let's take a look at the two deliveries. This is the first one. Now that was fine. I think that was not over the head. Now this is the second one.
Yeah.
I think that's where the problem is. That's where the problem is. That's the number one. And they're quite similar, don't you think? So that's a bit of a surprise that Bangladesh is really protesting. Well, I think that's a legal delivery.
Look, at times you feel that that decision should have gone in your favor. Once you see those two balls, short pitch deliveries, you will wonder whether it was just above the head high or above the shoulder. It was above the shoulder. So leave it to the umpires. Let's not just get excited, because there is a chance for both the teams to play the final.
Well, 12 runs or 4 balls after all that has happened, and you can cut the tension. So here we go.
Mahmudullah on strike, 12 off 4. He goes wide, down to extra cover, and he'll get a boundary.
That could have been a wide, but what a shot that is from Mahmudullah. 8 of 3 now. That is a super shot under the circumstances, under pressure. There was a bit of a break. Look how wide that is. He's reached for it. It's one-handed. Gets his right hand off. Terrific shot.
Gee, that's a good shot. That would have been a wide in Test cricket. And he's walked across the stumps and he's played an unbelievable stroke. 8 runs required from just 3 balls. The tension, the energy, the atmosphere.
Can he do it for Bangladesh? Mahmudullah Riyad on 35, 8 from 3.
Running the first run hard, and they won the second. Could be trouble, could be trouble. Oh, he missed it. He missed it. Now, how short was Mahmudullah?
Doesn't really matter. He's in. He's missed the stumps. 6 from 2.
Well, you just feel if it would have been a good throw, it was a great gather and release, but just the accuracy there. See the way he picks up a strong arm, got in a nice position, but just wide. A little bit too wide, and he would have made a home anyway, but if it would have been over the bails, he would have been run out for sure.
Yeah, even if he'd had hit the stumps, he would have been in, I thought, because the dive was very important, very crucial at the very end. That is brilliant. That is good, aggressive running. They're not happy. But the Bangladesh fans are pleased to see that Mahmudullah is still there. There is still an opportunity for Bangladesh to score those 6 runs, and they have 2 balls in their hands.
Well, it's Rudana. He's got to bowl possibly the most important delivery he's bowled in his life.
Well, he needs a dot because he is 1 ball away here from either winning or losing the game. If he bowls a good couple of dots here, then they're going to need 6 off 1, or it could be all over in 1 ball.
Yeah, I think it's important for Mahmudullah to realize that he needs to face these 2 deliveries. Utmost importance. He's got to be on strike. He picks up a boundary, he will be on strike. But I don't think so the single is going to help Bangladesh cause. So very crucial, this delivery.
What's it going to be? Put your seatbelts on, boys. Here we go.
Let's see, let's see. Oh my goodness! He's finished it off in grand style. What a magnificent shot. And imagine it was just a few deliveries that Shakib Al Hasan was trying to call the team off.
Shot of the tournament. What a shot this is from Mahmudullah. Absolutely brilliant. Onto the pads and hit that miles into the stands. The winning moment for Bangladesh. They're in the final and they will love it. Let's do the Cobra. Oh yes.
Well, an absolutely magnificent shot indeed, no doubt, on the pads. And Mahmudullah has played a brilliant shot. And that shows the experience, that shows the quality of the man. And Bangladesh have stunned this crowd with that outstanding win and 6 of the penultimate ball.
Oh, I can't believe it. I'm dumbfounded up here, and that's an incredible shot to win the game. Some of those shots we saw around the crowd there, they just cannot believe it. Look at them. It's been ripped out of their hands. And Bangladesh are going to face India in the final Sunday evening. What a game this has been.
And this is the first time that Sri Lanka has lost 3 matches in a row in the same series in Sri Lanka. And thankfully that the game went on. And it certainly could have been pretty unfair. Now, just don't understand what's happening here. Oh, they're all pumped up. They're all pumped up. But I can tell you that Bangladesh have won a famous victory. They've got 1 ball left, and let's hope everything's well. Well, I'm sure that it was a little bit hot out there, no doubt.
Let's just hope common sense prevails. It is important. And what's going on here? Bangladesh have sealed a victory, a massive, very good victory. Looked like it could have gone on either way. Mahmudullah also having a word with Nurul Hassan. But hats off to the interim head coach, Courtney Walsh, especially Mahmudullah, who hit that beautiful 6 off his leg. What a shot, what a moment for Bangladesh, and finds themselves in the final. And they will look forward to put up a very good performance against India in the final. But what a match! What a match this has been. It went towards Bangladesh initially when they were bowled. We picked up 5 wickets very early. The big partnership between the Pereira and Vishal Pereira and Thisara. And then big partnership allowing them to score 159. There was also good partnership between Mushfiqur Rahim and Tamim Iqbal. They lost 3 quick wickets, but the man in the middle who calm and carried on is the man on screen, Mahmudullah. Hats off to him. Absolutely brilliant knock, match-winning knock.
Yeah, outstanding. And just take a look at the winning moment. It's Udana bowling the penultimate delivery on the pads, and that was beautifully clipped by Mahmudullah. And straight away he knew.
Played his part, but I just want to know the emotions over those last couple of overs. Tamim, tell us about it.
It was very emotional, I thought we all saw that the leg umpire signaled a no ball. I think that made a confusion, and that's why we were complaining about the no ball thing. But I think it's a gentleman's game. Everybody should have behaved a bit better, especially from our team. We could have done it nicely, but it's all done and dusted. I think Sri Lankan guys has been fantastic. We know them very well. They're a great friend, and I don't think by this incident we will create anything bad.
Talk about the batting, talk about the finish.
Oh, it's fantastic. Mahmudullah kept his cool. 12 overs, and the way Udana bowled the last over, I thought it was difficult, but the last 6 was unbelievable. I think I have lost my word to tell you anything now.
Have you got enough words to describe your knock and your contribution?
I thought I did a good job. I thought if I could have continued a bit longer because I was a set batsman. But in the end, we won, so all good, all forgotten.
Great team performance, though.
brilliant. You know, the way we started and the plans we were given by the coaches, we executed spatially in the first 6. We were on top, and then Sri Lanka came back beautifully. I thought Tisara and Kushal batted brilliantly, and they put up a really challenging total for us. I thought our start was something good, and we finished it off well.
Congratulations. Good win, boss.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, let's take a look at the Let's take a look at the highlights of the Bangladesh innings. Tamim Iqbal was outstanding, but Nidahas batted brilliant in the other game against Sri Lanka, hitting it down the throat of the man at mid-off. But Shabir Rahman and Tamim Iqbal were in fine touch before this happened. Dipping and deflection. Mushfiqur Rahim, the man in form. But then, what about Tamim Iqbal? Some outstanding shots and outstanding batting.
I really set it up because he was the one who was scoring the bulk of running. Even if you see that he didn't time it to perfection, it still went a long way. But that's when the problem started for Bangladesh, when Mushfiqur Rahim hit that straight to the fielder. And they lost quite a lot of wickets, 3 wickets. He picked up his 50, Tamim Iqbal. Then Sumo Shaka completely missing it, inside edge, onto the pads, and the keeper does the rest. But Mahmudullah kept going, kept believing in himself that it was possible if he stayed on, and he did that. Lovely shots down the ground. Shakib Al Hasan also getting himself out in that fashion. He could not believe his luck. There was only one fielder, but then beautiful chip shot from Mahmudullah. This was unnecessary. This is where the trouble started. Now Mehdi Hasan getting run out, and also last over Mahmudullah being on the non-striker end.
And this is where the controversy started. That was the first one, being the run out. And we saw 2 balls back to back, going around the sort of head height, clear run out there. In some way, he's cleared his mind, Mahmudullah, and that's the winning shot there. So 1 over cover, and then a 6 to win with 1 ball to spare. And Bangladesh, confirmation that they're through to the final on Sunday night with India.
We've just seen an outstanding game.